Hello, Internet friends, and boy, it's been a long time since I've said that. It is great to be back on Twitch. It's been a while. I'm excited to bring you Fiasco. Fiasco is a narrative role-playing game from Pulpit Games. It's on Kickstarter right now, and we are happy to give it a little attention. I want to just give one proviso. This is a print-and-play copy that I made myself, and despite the fact that I was once, many years ago, an elementary school teacher, I'm not good with scissors. So please do not take this as any statement on the quality of the game. These components are not final in any way, despite how great the cardstock looks. I am excited to be back at a table with my pals Amy and Tiana.
Hello.
And a new member of the Quest and Chaos family, Tom, is joining us because there has to be a Tom at the table at all times. It's a rule.
Well, and when you yell Tom, everyone's like, what?
Yeah, now it's the hijinks. So it's been a while since I've done this, but I just want to remind you that we are sponsored by Gordon Biersch Beer, which a couple of the folks here are enjoying, and thank you so much, Gordon Biersch, for making sure that our lips are loosened. But we have a store. Quests and Chaos has a merch store where you can find fine items, that's hard to say, fine items, diction, like this flask, which, I don't know, you could put, what do you put in a...
Just sippy water, whatever.
Look, that's the kind of quality improv you can expect from this game.
It's like a
yes,
sippy
and we've got shirts, we've got flasks, we've got,
Oh, where's the coaster? Were you going to throw
Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's a coaster.
There we go.
Eat your heart out, David Letterman.
I'm so glad you missed that.
What was I saying earlier?
At all.
So, Fiasco is a little bit different, especially for you people who are used to D&D.
Oh, here we go.
Fiasco is a narrative role-playing game. There are no dice on this table. Everything we need to play and tell our story is going to be on these cards that we're going to be establishing. We are in a mall. This is an 80s mall. It is the Poppleton. Sorry, not 80s. It's a mall. I shouldn't have. You incepted that idea into me. The setting for this is the Poppleton Mall at Christmas time. So we are all going to have characters in this mall that are going to be part of a bizarre Coen Brothers film of a role-playing game where we're all trying to get ahead, and we're all going to end up getting behind. It's going to end poorly for everybody.
Is it cold outside?
It's Christmas.
Well, I don't know.
With a name I figure like a Poppleton Mall, I hear Wisconsin.
Okay, as opposed to San Diego.
Right. Then it would be like the Del Mar Mall or something, or the Palms Mall, or I don't know what. So the general mechanics of the game are pretty simple. We have a little hand of cards here. These cards are either relationships, needs, locations, or objects. This is how we're going to establish everything. Between each pair of players, there's going to be one relationship card, and then we're all going to have relationships, and then there are going to be two needs, an object, and a location somewhere between us. Now here's the fun part. We each have a hand of cards. We can now play these cards wherever we want. So, as an example, I am going to play, I'll start us off.
Okay.
I am going to give my buddies, Tiana and Tom, the relationship Bad Friends.
Oh,
you are
sweet.
bitter rivals. So you two are bitter rivals. Tiana, play a card. And you can play an object, a location, or a need, we can get all the relationships out of the way. Sometimes getting all the relationships out of the way really helps figure stuff out.
All right, well then I will play a relationship between Amy and Ezra. You are a family bonded in a cult.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
Too late.
Family bonded in a cult. All right.
Yep.
I'm Miss Cthulhu. What do you want?
My turn is between Tiana and Ezra.
Yeah?
Crime is a relationship. Shoplifter and employee. And you decide who is
shoplifter and employee.
Okay,
All right.
Since we're on
I actually have a card
relationships,
that I can use with that.
There we go.
I'm going to make us slackers. So we work together.
who. So it's you and me?
Yeah.
Between
Okay.
you, all right.
And we get nothing done.
Excellent.
Pretty
Nice.
much. Yeah.
All right, so now all of your relationship cards are done. We have no more relationships. And we have now established those. So now it's all needs and locations and that sort of thing. And so I am going to give I'm going to give you two the need. You need to get lost in a big pile of cash.
Sweet.
So basically, this is my life already. I'm Scrooge McDucking it through the mall.
All right, Tiana?
I'm not quite sure how to play these.
The location or the object?
Either.
So this is now a closed pair.
Okay.
Everybody else needs one more card. And
Quick
there are going to be
question.
two needs.
Do you and I pair, and do they pair as well?
No, there's only so
Got
some
you
people
and I-
believe that 3-person Fiasco is sort of the cleanest because everyone has a relationship to each other.
Sure.
But here, you and I and Tiana and Amy just have to do a little extra work to connect with those people.
All right. Then I'll do a location for us.
All right, our location is Baldwin Jewelers. So somebody is shoplifting from Baldwin Jewelers. Tom, what do you got?
I like this object. The object says a notarized letter misdelivered.
Oh, nice. All right.
I think I want to have the two of you, Amy and Ezra,
Okay.
have this between
All right, so we have the object, a notarized letter misdelivered. So, Amy, whatever you're going to play, it has to be a need.
Okay.
And it
Yep,
has to
that's all
be
I
there.
have. Tough call. Because, I've already got something that's kind of, your old rival in high school. I feel like that's
Well,
already
that could define,
that's-
but it's getting even with.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Or we could, crossing the Satanists one last time.
All right, so you two have the need.
One
I guess
last
we're
time.
Satanists.
One last time. So obviously
One
you've done
last
this.
time.
You've
So
done this before.
You two have the need to cross the Satanists last
I
time.
feel like that's us.
Yeah. So now,
So we're bitter rivals, but we're going to come together this last time.
Sounds like a
what
great
brings people together? Going after the Satanists.
Satan.
So
Good old Satan.
we
do
can
for
now
the rest
start
of
to
these?
look. So now we have a bunch of cards left over that have
Yeah.
names on them. So you can just put these out on the table.
Okay.
And now, starting with the person who last broke something valuable.
That's a tough call. I don't know.
I don't think I've broken something valuable in a while.
I don't
Where's
know.
James when you need
Yeah,
him?
exactly.
I know.
Tom, you can go
Yeah.
first. Pick a name out of all of this. You can
Do I
pick
need
a.
two or just
you
one?
could depends. You could be a one-name
You
guy.
are a slacker.
You are a
I'm
slacker.
thinking Puffer for his first name. I like Puffer.
Puffer.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Puffer Huntberry.
Now,
okay.
Yes.
wow, that took a turn. Puffer Huntberry sounds like some upper crust kid.
It does.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
He's got the means to become a Puffer.
yeah, he's a feckless rich kid.
Huh.
Now I want to do a bad New England accent. Hey, Puffer, you think you're better than me?
Come on, man, get lost.
Since I'm a slacker, I'm gonna go with Shoe.
Shoo, that's
Yes.
your just your only name is Shoo.
Shoe.
I'm feeling more and more like I am the employee here of
Okay.
Baldwin Jewelers. So I'm gonna go with. Gosh, Dustin sounds like a. I'm gonna be Dustin Lewis, the most generic name possible.
Not
Excellent.
Dustin Knee-High Lewis.
Dustin Knee-High Lewis.
And
Don't ask how I got that name. I don't like to talk about it.
I'll be Don Papineau.
Don Popino. I wanted somebody to be Josh Chad.
I wanted somebody to be Chad, but
Just Chad.
Or just Kev.
All right, we're done with all of these cards. They will go away.
cool. It was hilarious though. I had the keys to the two Baldwin jewelers.
Oh, nice.
Too, and I was like, all right.
So let's just look at our setup for a minute, and we can sketch a few things out. I think we've clearly got sort of we're Satanists, and they are trying to cross us one last time.
That's fine.
Maybe that involves the notarized letter. I don't know. Maybe there's
Maybe.
something there. And you guys work together.
We work together. We kind of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really don't.
You are in the same place.
I'm gainfully employed.
and I'm guessing maybe you guys don't work in the mall.
What?
Maybe you come to the mall and you're gonna I don't know, rob the mall or something.
Get lost in a big
I
pile of
clearly work
cash.
in the mall.
Yes.
And how are you two rivals? What are you thinking there?
So it could be neighborhood, it could be school.
I think school because I went with Papineau after you did Huntberry. It's a very upper
Yeah, you guys
crusty
have
types of names.
Oh man, we got private school kids.
Yeah.
You work with him at the Magic Castle or something. What is it?
It's an arcade, right?
Yeah. The God, what was the arcade in the town I grew up in Texas? The Wizard's Eye, the Wizard's something. I don't remember. So So yeah, that's one where we'll have to sort of figure out like how you guys work together.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
Because
if I'm
really
working at a
work.
jewelry store, I'm probably a little older. Mm-hmm. Maybe not much older.
You
It's
definitely
a
wear
jewelry store in a mall.
dress
so.
pants.
They're Dockers,
Yeah.
okay?
Flat
They're
front.
wrinkle-free.
Flat front.
And let's see, what haven't we hit on here? We've got shoplifter, we got the bonded in a cult. I want this cult to be as like banal as possible.
Yeah,
we're
we
like
just meet on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
and,
we're like
talk about Friends
yeah,
episodes.
we're like the Rotary Club of Satanists. You know, like, did you bring the chicken? Oh, I forgot. We'll use like the store-bought one from Whole Foods as our sacrifice. It's just like the
And it has to be Whole Foods.
Yeah.
'Cause
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
not.
It's like the least committed cult pot. Oh, hail Lord Satan. You know. It's like, what did we learn it from our family? How did
yeah,
we,
just whatever.
It's the family.
yeah, it seemed like something fun to do on a Tuesday.
Okay, so the structure of the game is pretty simple. We are each going to have 2 chances in the first half of the game to start a scene, and what that means is that I'll go first. What the heck? So this is our start player marker. I can choose either to establish the scene or resolve the scene. If I choose to establish the scene, I get to set the parameters. This is a scene at home between me and Amy talking about the cult to establish the cult, which is a great idea for a scene. I might stick a pin in that. Or I can choose to resolve the scene. If I choose to resolve the scene, then my other players decide what the scene is. And they could, this is a scene where Tiana is stealing something from the jewelry shop, or, and then I start that scene. When you resolve the scene, if I choose to resolve the scene, they give me that, and then I decide if the scene's going to end positively with this card or negatively with this card. If they're resolving the scene, they decide that. There are exactly as many cards here as there are scenes. So one of the weird quirks of Fiasco is that it's really tempting in the beginning of the game to go like, make every scene end negatively, it's funny. But then, all of a sudden, the second half of the game, everything has to end positively, and it becomes a very strange story. Everything turns out okay. So that's something to think about as you, if the other players are resolving, think about what makes the most sense in the scene, but also what you think is funnier. That's a great way to choose how to resolve the scene. So I'm going to establish the first scene,
Okay.
throw myself upon your mercy, and I think it's going to be that aforementioned scene. So. This is a scene of you and me, maybe at home.
Yeah.
Maybe we're actually doing a ceremony. This is like
Sure.
our incredibly banal, like,
It requires a baby chicken.
yeah,
so
yeah,
basically-
yeah. And my goal in this scene is to establish sort of the cult parameters and figure out throughout the scene sort of which one of us is like running the cult. Are there other people in the cult? We need to get some answers about the
Okay.
cult. My guess
Okay.
is no. So I see this being like in our garage.
Yeah,
Like, do we live with our parents?
of course. In
All right.
fact, yeah, I've already got answers.
So are you in high school?
Either that or, you know what, I would either be in a senior in high school or just in college.
Okay, because
So I would
I'm
be-
feeling like I'm
Yes.
feeling like you're
Just
in
because I have to.
you're in junior college.
Otherwise, I have to work full time.
I'm like I just made it out and transferred to state.
To regular college.
Yeah, and I I'm paying my way through college because our parents won't give me any money. Because they
No.
cut me off to pay for her college.
I was like, hang on, we're already in the scene.
and so I work at Baldwin Jewelers.
Okay.
Did you get the chicken?
Yeah. I'm sorry, there's no blood in it, though. They overcooked it a little bit.
I guess it's fine.
Well, yeah, chicken juices count.
I mean, there's nothing in the Necronomicon about cooked chicken.
No, but it says blood of a chicken.
Yeah.
But I suppose if, like I said, I think the chicken juice will... I don't know, ask Mom. She's done this like 100 times.
I don't look. If she gets involved in this, it's not cool anymore.
No, it's not cool to begin with. I mean, I just want to, like, cut the chicken, say a prayer, light a candle, eat a chicken.
Look, you want
take a
ultimate
nap.
power. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, that's right,
You
too.
want ultimate power.
I thought I was just going to take a nap, but okay. Eat some chicken and take a nap. All right.
That's why we do this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We
Sorry.
If we follow these, if we seal our pact with the Dark Lord,
I can swim in a pool of money.
yes,
Sweet.
you can have whatever you want. All we have to do is kill somebody.
Big TV?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome.
You can have the big projector TV. We just have to kill somebody. Remember.
Like a person.
Yeah, yes, somebody. Yes.
Could they be already dead?
You can't kill somebody that's look, if you're not going to try, if you're not going to take this seriously,
Fine.
where can we find like a drifter? Who can we kill?
Well, who don't you like? Let's start there. That'll be a good place to start.
I don't like that jerk you work with.
Which one?
What's
Hillbilly Hufflepuff or whatever his name is.
yeah.
Puffer Hunterberry.
Look, I mean, look, I went to school with his sister.
Okay.
She was kind of hot,
Yeah.
Lila, and
Does it matter how we kill him? Because we could. Because I work.
It's a ritual. Of
Okay,
course, it
all
matters
right.
how you kill him. There's a book. Have you not read the book?
Yes.
Junior college. Look, this is the only way you're going to get ahead in life.
Right. Fine. Fine.
What? Look, you and Puffer
Yeah.
like work at the churches.
Oh, I thought we were working at the YMCA, but okay.
All right, yeah, you work at the YMCA, like tutoring kids. What do you get, like $4 an hour?
It's not about the money, man.
If you want to swim in a pile of money, it is very much about the money.
Okay.
So we have to. All right, look, it's settled. We're
All
gonna
right. Let's trick him.
we're gonna kill Puffer.
Okay.
So here's what we need to do. The moon.
Oh, I thought we were gonna just trick him, like drug him, lock him in a shed.
It's a ritual.
Okay, I don't know.
It has to be a third Thursday, and the moon has to be gibbous waning.
Hold on, let me put that in my calendar.
So that's 2 weeks from now.
All right. Okay.
So in 2 weeks from now, we're killing. I mean, I don't want to call him a man.
Man-child.
We're killing a man-child in
Okay.
2 weeks, and I think that will be the end. That I think we'll call scene on. We're killing
Yeah.
a man-child in 2
Positive
weeks.
they've agreed on a plot.
We've
they're
got a
on the same
plot. We
page.
know what we're doing.
I still don't know how to kill him. No idea.
Read the
hard.
book.
Yeah.
All right, Tiana, you get to establish a scene now.
Oh.
Or you could decide to resolve. So that's the push and pull of the game is like if you've got an idea, set the scene. If you don't have an idea, or if somebody else has like an idea they want to do, then resolve.
Yeah. You can
But
let
for
us decide or you decide.
For the first scene, just for the ease of things, I would say, let's establish our relationships.
Okay.
Let's use these first scenes to get everybody in the flow.
Because I kind of want to do a scene with you to
yeah.
establish what our relationship is, but I don't know what that scene should be.
So I think we would run into each other somewhere unexpectedly. Our character, 'cause we don't, unless we happen to go to the same place where we would avoid each other. We could both be going to, we could meet at the GameStop.
I'm carrying in like a pile of games that I'm going to sell for 5
Because
cents
this place
each.
is closed. This place is closing any day now, and we need to get this done.
Right.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I'm coming in, and what I want out of the scene is to establish a connection between the two of us. We need to have a reason, though, to take down the cult.
It's got to be. I mean, we've messed with them before. We got away with it, and maybe there's a little bit of either we like reminisce, or we have a need to like.
Do you
it
know
again.
about the cult?
Well,
Oh yeah, we know about the.
No, I think we've established you do. I'm just wondering if you
'cause I
both
tell you
know
about
about
But
the
I
we've,
tell you
we've
about
done
it
it
all the
before.
time.
We've
Yeah.
crossed them before.
cross the Satanist one last time.
Yeah.
So this implies that we've done this before. Maybe
Is that how you became rivals? Wait,
Let's find out.
wait, that's the scene.
Yeah.
Let's do the scene of the first time you crossed the Satanists.
Oh, well, this is a flashback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe you aren't bitter rivals yet in that flashback.
I have some ideas. Do you
All right.
want to choose the outcome, and we can kind of write it for you?
Yeah.
We've sort of
Please.
Yeah.
set the stage
We
for that.
have at
one.
this
not
point,
only
so
that,
I'll
sorry.
resolve.
I was
So
gonna
you-
say, can I choose the outcome? Because I feel like then this should be like, or no, wait, it should.
She's resolving,
Yeah,
so
okay.
Tiana's
All
got
right.
it. All right, so I think the scene we've established is this going to be you two crossing the cult. So we might all be in this scene at some
Yeah.
point on a very small way.
Gunfire.
Jesus, that escalated quickly.
This is Fiasco.
right, Dawn,
Yeah.
it's going to be like 500 cash, right?
Is that? Oh my god.
500 cash, and they think this stuff is real magic mushrooms. But I just got this stuff from Whole Foods. I just dry it out like in my garage and stuff. But it's simple. We just I told them I'd bring it in, and we get the money, we sell it to them, and then we go blow it on whatever. Who cares?
Video games. We have there's a new game that just came out, and
Let's get Mass Effect 3. I heard it's a great game.
Let's do it.
All right. But I don't know. Do you know the guy? He goes to your church. That guy,
What is his name? Oh yeah, that
Dusty or something.
Dustin, I think. Yeah, something like that. I hear some weird stuff about him and his family.
They play D&D and stuff.
I've always heard that leads to Satanism. So
Totally.
But you know what? Whatever. They're paying us $500 for these crappy mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms.
Totally.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I got a guy. He's like from New Mexico, and right.
Yeah. And let their brains do all the work. Well,
Okay.
brains.
So I got the product. You get the money.
Okay.
And I don't know, just like sell it to him. Whatever. It's easy, right?
You said the guy was going to be here, right?
Yeah, he's right over there.
Because look, I'm a senior in high school, and if I don't have these mushrooms, this party is not gonna go off.
Oh, okay.
I know his sister.
Hey, Puffity Puff Man, what up?
Oh, hey.
You got the stuff? You got stuff, bro?
Yeah, I got the stuff.
Of course we got the stuff.
So, you guys got the lettuce,
Wait,
I'm not a vegetarian, bro.
The
Come on,
the
dude.
green,
I think he wants to
Right?
get paid.
oh, money.
Yeah,
right?
he's a rich kid. I don't know what they're talking about.
You doing all right there, Square?
I think she likes you. Wait, let me try the goods first.
You gotta. If you try the goods, you'll be like tripping.
Well, I'll pay you. She tries them.
You'll be so
I'll
tripped
pay
out
you.
you won't remember which way is which, and you'll convince him that you don't need to pay money. And we are
Sounds
not.
like
We are
fun.
not about that
Sounds
today.
like fun.
All right, just take a small amount because
Okay,
it's
so
gonna
let's
mess with
take
your
a look.
mind.
All right.
All right, just be careful. Like it takes about 8-10 minutes before it kicks in and stuff.
I think your pupils are dilating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, you got wow. All right, so we gotta go. We gotta go to GameStop before they close.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah. Well, nerds who got you this shit.
So if you need some more of the stuff in the future,
Don't pay him the money. This isn't working.
See, he said it took like 8 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah, it takes totally 8 minutes before it kicks in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come on. We gotta get to the party. Jeez.
All right, whatever.
Split.
Let's go.
All right.
And off we go.
So
Offer.
500.
all right. So, if your mom catches you that money, you'll be totally, granted. So let me hold it for you.
I don't know, man. I'll just go buy a video game. She won't ask.
Okay, then whatever's left over, I'll put it in my locker at school.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be totally safe.
Yeah. And I mean, I still have the combination to your locker. Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's cool. I didn't change it. It's the same.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
All right. Let's head over there.
So, how do you feel? If we got to an ending there, but sort of before you picked one,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
I
felt positive.
I felt positive.
Okay.
All right. The mushroom incident. Never forget the mushroom incident. I'm actually gonna. So one of the things with Fiasco is you can add elements that might come back, and so I'm gonna add magic mushrooms as something that could potentially come back. And if you guys have something you want to add, just let me know, and we'll put it out there.
All right. So for this, I want to establish our work relationship.
Okay.
And then figure out why it is we feel like we need to get lost in a pile of cash. Like what really drives us to have this great dream.
I mean,
Haven't you seen cartoons?
And I think the other thing is, given what we know has
The fact
happened,
that-
what you two have a somewhat at least positive relationship.
Yeah. I mean, we know each other before. We were going
Yeah.
to school together.
Yeah.
We worked together.
We barely work together,
So we
but
got,
yeah.
but you said the YMCA.
Why not?
So all right, we both worked there. So that's cool.
Young man. That's the YMCA. All right.
she's totally a lifeguard there, isn't she?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So
So,
we'll decide.
break room or staff room at the YMCA. Same thing. But,
Yeah, I was about to say, wherever. Wherever there's food.
So with two, we're there on extended break. Probably like
Yes.
the 5th one today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep, definitely extended break.
The TV is only on like headline news.
Right.
Yeah, or like Wheel of Fortune or something terrible.
I mean, so what are you doing today?
Just hanging out. I'm gonna put my toes in the pool. Then I'm gonna go sit in the sauna for a little bit. Then I'm gonna like wiggle the snack machine and see if I can get a Twix out of that thing. Then
I got 2 of that last time I tried.
Really?
That. Yeah.
How did the Doritos look? Are the Doritos loose?
They're stuck. They're totally like the bag is wrapped
on.
around the spring, and you cannot shake that thing down.
Don't worry.
But the Twix, they just teeter like dominoes.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot later. Yeah, so I don't know. What are you doing later today?
I'm supposed to work the front desk because Susan's on vacation, but she's still on vacation, and there's nobody else to cover for me.
How can that lady be on vacation that much? There's no such thing as that much vacation.
I don't know. I don't
wonder
think
if she's got a lot of money. I bet you she's got a rich husband.
No, it's totally her dad. My dad.
That
And
was her
Susan's
dad?
dad,
Yeah.
Susan Johnson. That's her. You
Yeah.
know, we're talking about Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
He works at the bank.
Oh my God! You know what would be so cool one day is to like get in the vault and just like dump all the money in the middle and just Scrooge McDuck that mother and just be like, I'm back stroking, toes in the pool.
But like instead of coins, because I do not want to swim in metal, just the
Dollar
paper.
bills, yeah, just dollar bills, and then just be like, money, throwing. It's like a confetti party. I say that's my new birthday party.
Man, people should. I don't know how people don't just like pay the bank and like just get like 30 minutes in this vault.
Bouncy house
Wouldn't
full
that
of
be-
money.
Oh, that would be
Bouncy
so
house full of money.
Sweet to do that.
Yes.
But that never happened.
Well,
Isn't
wait
that-
a minute.
how would that happen? I mean, it's a fantasy.
Okay, so here we're gonna have to figure this out. Let me put my brain to this situation.
No way. There's no way you can like go in a bank in the vault and swim around in the money and not get arrested. There's no way.
What happens if I just write a letter and ask nicely?
Oh, you sweet innocent child.
What if it was like a Make-A-Wish?
Yes.
Seriously, like a Make-A-Wish, like you're dying of cancer, and my only
can be dying of
wish in this
cancer.
whole world is
It's
just
to swim in money.
Scrooge McDuck it in the money.
I think that's the thing. And can Batman show up too?
Oh man, you could be dressed as Batman doing the Scrooge McDuck in like a whole bunch of singles and 20s.
Sounds like a plan.
So, do you got to be a kid? We got lots of kids. It's a YMCA. We got so many kids.
I was about to say my little tutor kid. What's my little tutor kid's name?
Oh, Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome.
Jerome, that guy looks
Yeah,
sick.
I can totally talk to him. I'm gonna go talk to him right now. So I'm gonna get off break. I'm gonna go tell Jerome to ask him. Yeah, to
Get
tell
an extra
him.
Twix.
Yeah, okay. I'm on the Twix machine right now.
Yeah, that dude loves chocolate.
Yeah, he does. He's a little fat, so. All right.
I like it.
End scene. We go.
I love that your wish isn't to get rich. It's
to
literally
swim
to
in money.
swim in money that will
Yes.
not belong to
Get
you.
lost in a pile of cash.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
It's very literal. All right.
Whew.
It's your. Would you like
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
establish,
right.
or would you like to? 3 positives in a row. This could be going poorly for
What
you.
haven't we done yet? Because we've had a scene. You guys have had a scene. We've had a scene. You guys haven't had a scene yet.
We haven't set. I mean, we could do something with setting up the jewelers. Like that's one thing to
Yeah.
set up. We could do something. You know, at some point we need to set up the notarized letter.
Oh yeah.
But that feels to me like a second act thing.
It might be.
Yeah, it could also be the fact that I get Jerome to write a notarized letter, just because it feels more official to be like I'm dying of cancer.
I notarized the letter to make a wish. I love it. We could do a scene. What? I mean, I think the only thing that hasn't really been fleshed out is
Is
sort
that
of this part of
relationship,
it.
yeah.
And, you know, that the question would be, how are you involved with that? Because this scene needs to be this is your scene.
Oh, okay. Unless I visited you at work.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what would you want out of it? Because that's
Twix.
the trick, is what
Twix
Twix in a pile of cash.
Twix
That's
is
all.
a worthy goal.
Yeah.
My sister is not an ambitious woman.
Not at all. Because it would just be, it would be to basically help me with this plan. Is really all I'm going to come and tell you about, and that I forgot about killing him.
What the heck is Shoe short for? Is your like actual name?
I don't know.
I'm gonna. I know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tuck it away, and at some point, I'm gonna call you your real name. And
all right, so I roll up to the mall, roll into whatever the jeweler is.
so what is what do you want this scene to be?
So I want this scene to be how you're going to. I'm gonna two things. It's gonna be a mini scene here. I've forgotten about killing Puffer. Yeah, I forgot about killing Puffer. I also forgot his name. And that I've got this great plan, and that you've got to help me.
The
with
Make-A-Wish thing.
Yes.
All right. So what you want out of this is you want help with the Make-A-Wish thing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So I roll into the.
Welcome to Baldwin. Oh.
Yeah. Hey. So I just lift myself up onto the jewelry case and be like, "Hey, bro, what up?"
I covered the camera. Don't worry.
Okay. Good. So I had this sick day at work. You want to hear about it?
No.
Yeah, you do. It's amazing. Let me tell you about the new thing I cooked up. So Puffer and I, we were just hanging out in the break room, and we were.
Why are you talking to Puffer? We're going to kill him.
Because I work with him, and we had this awesome plan. Wait a minute, we're gonna kill him? Was I on mushrooms when I decided that?
When are you not? I swear, ever since that night with
right
Puffer,
now.
you have been addicted.
Not addicted
Look,
per se. It's just like
the book
fun.
is very clear that psychotropic drugs reduce your connection with the Dark Lord.
I thought it enhanced the connection with the Dark Lord. Praise Satan.
If that were true, you'd remember that we were going to kill Puffer.
Yeah, well, I got a better plan. I got a little sidetracked, so maybe we could coalesce our plans into a plan. A big plan.
All right, so along with killing Puffer, which, remember, a ritual, so we have to kill him in a very specific manner.
So does it
at a very
involve
specific time.
a bank, a pile of money, maybe a bouncy house?
No, none of those things.
What about a kid who doesn't have cancer, but we're going to tell the Make-A-Wish Foundation that has cancer?
What are you even talking about?
Batman.
Look, just because we're Satanists doesn't mean we're bad people.
I'm not a bad person. I'm doing a great thing. So
You're defrauding Make-A-Wish.
No. We're fulfilling a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream
You're
one
not
day.
sick. Wait, are you sick?
No, I'm not sick, but here's
You're
the
not
thing.
sick.
Well, I might be sick.
You don't get Make-A-Wish for having a cold.
No, but okay, so let's circle back to this plan here. So the kid I tutor, Jerome.
He looks sick.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't have a lot of hair. It's not his fault. He's got alopecia or whatever that thing is. Anyway, so I'm going to get him to write a letter to Make-A-Wish and say that he has cancer and that he's dying and that he only has 6 months and that his dream would be to Scrooge McDuck swim through money inside a bank vault.
That's an actual Mad Lib.
Or a bouncy
You just
house.
made a Mad Lib. Those words just happen to coincidentally make sense in the order you put them together.
And that's the only reason they make sense.
But none of it, like, when you put it all together, none of it makes sense. What
do you
Scrooge
mean?
McDuck? That's not a verb. That's a noun. Look, I know you only go to junior college, but diagram that sentence.
Jerome, he's the noun.
He's the object.
Okay.
Unless, wait, is he
No.
writing the letter? Then he's the subject.
Well, in the first sentence, yes.
Okay, so he's-
actually, I'm writing the letter for Jerome. So anyway, long story short, I need your help to get that letter to get the letter approved in what? I'm not selling this. I'm not selling this at all.
This is ridiculous.
You're
Look,
not on board.
look, you know the plan. In 2 weeks, Puffer has to be hung from a sycamore tree at 1:32 in the morning on the third Thursday, and we have to slit his pancreas.
I don't even know where that is.
Fine, well,
So
the internet.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. So there's going to be no bouncy house full of cash.
No, look. That is a stupid plan. Make-A-Wish,
Yeah, but
Make-A-Wish
Puffer's
is going to
gonna
want medical records. B,
Are they?
yes,
Well, that's
they're
what I need
Make-A-Wish.
That's what I need your help for. You need to forge those medical records. I'll get
No!
I'll get Jerome to write the letter.
How are you? That's a terrible plan. Look, the plan of killing Puffer makes so much more sense.
Yeah, but Puffer will also be at the bouncy house. You can kill him there.
Here's the thing.
What?
Look at look at this, my dear, sweet, sweet sister. We kill Puffer. You have ultimate power. You don't need maybe sick kid and Make-A-Wish. You can create all the money you want. Satan will provide.
Can I live in a bouncy house too?
You can live in a bouncy castle. Your bouncy house will have bouncy rooms. A bouncy bathroom, although that seems like a really bad idea. But make it work. You can have whatever you want. That's the whole point of Satanism.
Fine. I'm leaving. I'm still going to write the letter. Whatever.
And I'm gonna like pass her as she's
All right,
she's
and
walking
you're coming in the store? All
Completely
right.
irritated.
Just like
And I think, let's seg right. So that ended negatively. All right, so now we're going into our second round of scenes. Now you want to we want to start building a couple of things for the tilt, which we'll get to in a minute. So I'm going to establish, and I think it's going to be you and me, and we need to hit both Baldwin Jewelers and the shoplifting part of it.
okay.
Maybe you're shoplifting for. Oh wait, let's subvert things.
Okay.
I catch you shoplifting in like Rite Aid or something.
Okay.
And that is so it'll establish it without giving away, whatever our finale part is. And continue to show that I'm a Satanist with a heart, weirdly.
So are we in Rite Aid or are we in the Jewelers?
Yeah, so we're in Rite Aid.
Okay.
This will be a scene in Rite Aid, and I'm gonna catch you like shoplifting something.
Yeah, like sticky perfume in my pocket or something.
What would be? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm in the bad cologne aisle, looking at like cool,
Dracar Noir.
cool water or something. Yeah, Dracar Noir. This will impress Lila. Yeah, that's it. And hey, aren't you that kid that I bought mushrooms from?
No. Who are you?
We've established a joke and we're not even doing it. I swear, didn't I give you $500?
You'd think I would remember $500, but yet.
Well, I've seen what mushrooms can do to someone's memory.
Okay, fair point.
Do you know my sister? Shu?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
She's a little funny.
Were you gonna pay for that Demi Lovato's essence that you put in your pocket?
Yes, of course.
Because you don't normally put the stuff you're gonna buy in your pocket.
Well, you do if you forgot to grab a hand card at the door.
I mean,
I have other things that I want to pick up as well, and I don't want to drop anything, and this is glass, and it would just like shatter and be disgusting, and it would fill the aisle with this kind of off-brand smell, and no one wants that. Be a stink bomb in the middle of Rite Aid.
So you don't like the smell of the perfume you're buying?
Other people like it.
Huh. So, look, I feel like maybe we got off on the wrong foot, and I wanted to apologize, and to thank you for those mushrooms. They really that was a great party.
Oh, I'm glad.
They really helped.
Good.
And I was wondering, do you still talk to Puffer?
Not really.
No.
Fucker stole my money.
Yeah. Don't you hate that guy?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Wouldn't it be great if we could kill him?
Yeah, but that's murder, and I just got into college, and, I kind of like to not lose that.
Yeah. A lot of baggage with murder.
Usually, yes.
Yeah. It would, yeah. Well, if you hear anything about that Puffer guy, like where he is, where he might be in a couple Thursdays.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I'm a specific guy, but
Says scene.
yeah.
That's for no Jerome letter.
The Spite Resolve, a Fiasco classic. So I see, like, as we're talking, like, you've put 3 more things in your pocket.
Just like casually.
Yeah, like, I'm just
calming.
not even noticing. As, like, you're like, well, just really, I hope you're going to pay for, I think it's important,
Of course.
Because this store, like, capitalism is a beautiful thing. And, this store, just like any store, like, say, a jewelry store, only survives because people pay for their products.
Oh, that's right. You work at,
Baldwin's Jewelers.
Yeah, I passed by there a couple of times. I've seen you in there.
Now
I
you have a
think.
direct acquaintance in the diamond business?
Yes, I do.
No, that's our slogan.
Oh,
Now you have a
okay.
direct acquaintance in the diamond
Okay.
business. Because, I mean, friend seems very presumptuous.
A little bit, yeah. Because, I mean... But acquaintance also seems really, like, standoffish, especially if you're getting, like, a wedding ring. Like, you want a friend to help you pick that out.
Well,
but you don't want to make friends with the person who's behind the counter. It's kind of weird.
Our focus groups found that if you had a friend in the diamond business, people expected a discount. Whereas if you're getting it from a direct acquaintance, they kind of expect to have to pay more.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You're not going to want that cologne. It won't work with you. Try this one.
Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't know Abba made a cologne.
Well, you know, you learn something new every day.
Take a chance on me. I think that's the end of that scene.
Nice. All right.
Now I want Abba to take a chance on me, the cologne.
They should. It'll make you smell like sunshine. All right. Do we want to do a scene now that we're...
The rivals part?
At some
Yeah.
point
I think that's a good point to
that's
establish.
The second time.
Yeah.
We're going to pull it off a second time.
Or the meeting. You know, you need to have the meeting that establishes the rival
The
thing.
meeting that establishes that we're rivals, and also, hey, that guy was asking about you. The one that we sold mushrooms
that.
to. They're kind of weird. Maybe let's screw with them again.
All
So
right.
do you want me to GameStop or somewhere else?
The GameStop.
Obviously, the GameStop.
All right, I think GameStop is officially a card.
Yeah. And that's at the mall.
Yeah.
Can't we hang him at the GameStop instead?
They would never notice.
Yeah.
No trees.
Exactly.
No trees.
Sunshine at the GameStop.
You need a sycamore tree, though.
All right.
So,
Very specific.
all right. So I'm like carrying a bag
I'm
of.
like looking through the let's see, what would I be looking
The
through?
pre-owned,
That's where I hear it.
the pre-owned Switch game, the pre-owned Wii U game.
Oh!
I'm trying to think what Puffer would be
Oh
looking
no, you're rich.
Yeah, he's got money.
You probably have like the latest Xbox or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the X-Bone?
You know, I'm looking through like the memorabilia and the collectibles.
Oh,
and
there
all
it
that
is,
stuff.
yeah.
There we go.
Because it's stuff you would spend way too much money on that's pointless and cheap, but you know.
Yeah.
It's like it's a Voltron helmet or a Link's Zelda Link sword, whatever. You know.
The Master Sword, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Sorry, I
I'm
actually play those games.
Yeah. So I'm just. Oh, this is sweet.
And I walk by with a bag over my shoulder to heading up to the front, and I like pause close to you and look at stuff.
Oh. Hi, Dawn.
Puffer,
So, like, how you been?
fantastic. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, I'm just chilling. I've just been chilling here.
Checking out all the really high price shit, huh?
Oh, I love this stuff.
Oh yeah. I guess your parents didn't cut you off, huh?
Well, no, I mean, I still live in my house with my mom and dad. And I got a sweet pad. I've had this great. It's over the garage. So I just like got my window. I climb on down to my car. They have no idea that I leave. I have so much freedom.
Trans Am.
Can they not?
Prius.
Can they not hear the motor? Are they that deaf?
Prius.
You know my parents. I mean, remember you used to sneak over when we were in high school and
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Didn't see that in the car.
that's
But
the bitter
like,
part of the bitter rivals.
what are you selling?
Oh, some of the games that I don't play anymore. You know, Mass Effect 3 had a horrible ending.
I never got to finish that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very weird. It was like an hour-long cutscene with the Star Child, and then the entire universe got blasted with a color light, depending on what you pick.
Spoilers.
For a 20-year-old
Sorry,
game.
people.
That is not. Are you serious? What happened to like
With all-
Garrus and
No,
Tali?
right? With these games that are all about choice and how your choices matter in the universe, suddenly it comes down to 3 colored lights. It's bull. So yeah, no.
That's why I never played that game. I never finished that game.
I'm so glad you weren't disappointed. Anyway, my folks cut me off, so I'm hawking these for a little bit of extra cash.
Oh, like you're not living with your parents no more.
Nope.
So where are you staying?
Oh, I'm rooming with a friend. When I say room, it's a closet.
Oh.
You know, New York apartment.
Hey, you need a job? I could get you a job or something. I work at the Y.
You work at the Y.
Yeah, we got this girl who's always on vacation, and like these never replace her, and I'm always covering her shifts all the time.
You know, I'd like that. I'd like that. So, what kind of people do you work with there?
You know, just regular people. I mean, like, oh my God, do you remember Shu?
You are the second person today to mention her.
Yeah, because we sold her mushrooms a couple years back.
Yeah, we did.
And I work with her now, and she's totally cool.
Are you serious?
She's like one of my best buds at work.
That's ridiculous. I ran into her brother.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. That's great. He was asking about you, dude.
Why is he asking about me?
I don't know.
Did he realize what happened with the shrooms?
No, he never figured it out. He thought he thought it was great. The party went so well, apparently.
Wait, he never figured out?
He never figured it out.
Hey, you want to make $500?
Yes.
I know. Last time, you know, I'm sorry.
You're not touching the money this time.
I mean, it was. I mean, the guy was selling that stuff. It was sweet. It was so sweet, and we just smoked it, and
yeah. You just had to go out and get the weed
So, like
and the
this-
stack of manga.
I'm gonna make it up. I like that stuff, you know.
I mean, I don't blame you, but
I'm like cultural. It's like Asian culture, right? But
yeah, okay.
How about-
I laugh foo at your waifu.
I deserve it. It's cool. How about like 400 for you, and I'll just take 100, and I'll get the mushrooms again like last time from Whole Foods, and I'll just dry them out. The whole deal like we did last time. It'd be so funny.
It worked so freaking well. I can't believe it.
You know that guy? You just saw him today.
I just saw him today, and he works at here at the mall actually at the jewelry place.
Oh, that place sucks.
That place is like no one is ever in there.
There's no customers
I don't know. How
there.
do they make money?
That's
Volume.
a good question.
Yeah.
How do they make money at that place? I don't know.
But it's like black market stuff or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's like, hey, you ever watch Breaking Bad? They have like these things called money. It's money washing, like car washing.
Money laundering, I think.
Yeah. Maybe that's how the jewelry thing works.
It's not a mattress store.
I don't know. But
Maybe I don't know, man.
hey, you get a hold of that guy.
Okay.
That guy Dustin, right?
Dustin.
Yeah, and we'll just sell him some more mushrooms, and I'll get you back on your feet, and I'll make it up to you.
All right, but if you screw me over again, Puffer, I swear to God, I will actually murder your face off.
What's that?
All right, I hear you. At this time, no, I won't. You take the money. It'll be cool. Just $100 for me, 400 for you, and we'll be good. I'll make it up to you.
All right.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
All right, and that ended positively.
That did
I
end
think that ended
positively.
really well.
Nice.
Can I hand wave a scene with Jerome where I'm just telling him to be like, and add $500 to that? At the end of the letter.
Well, that's the funny part. We've established it's not about money to you. You actually want to swim in the money. You don't want the money. That's the weirdest part of all of this. Your dream is not, I want the money. Your dream is, I want to swim in the money, and then maybe I'll have some, maybe I won't. That's the bizarre part of this. Tom, what
I
do you
want
got?
to do this scene. Here's what I want to do. You and I and Jerome,
Okay.
and we're meeting up with a representative from Make-A-Wish. They want to meet.
Yes.
Okay,
So one of
I've
you
seen
is the
that
rep,
movie.
and one of you is Jerome.
I'll be Jerome.
All right.
Okay. You're the rep, you're Jerome, and we're going to try to sell to the Make-A-Wish guy the drugs to grant Jerome's
Yeah.
wish. That's our scene.
Okay.
And so this is like a week or two. It can't be 2 weeks.
It can't be 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
gotta be like a
a
week
week
later.
and 3, maybe. A week and 3 days, maybe.
right. So I've got like a good, I've got one of my dad's shirts on, you know, with the collar.
There's a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a polo
Cufflinks.
shirt. Polo shirt.
Oh, there you go.
All right. And I got my hair fixed and
I'm wearing shoes,
good.
so there's that.
Whoa.
She was wearing shoes.
Yeah, I got shoes on today.
Her name is ironic.
And then,
So, Mr. Maker, it's we are totally we're very happy that you came to see us because Jerome is always at the Y. He's one of our regular kids. He's like always at the Y.
Yeah, Miss Shoe's teaching me to read.
Yeah, he's one of our
Smart.
favorite kids at the Y, and we feel so bad for what he's going through. How
How old are you?
10.
Yeah,
can I
hey,
get you Twix?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
you want coffee?
No, I'm fine.
You want some water?
So, a few things. do we have any what is wrong with you, Jerome? A question on so many levels.
Lymphoma.
Lymphoma. Oh no. So you must go to the doctor an awful lot, Jerome.
All the time.
I mean, look at the dude's hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is. What doctor do you go to, Jerome?
Dr. Watson.
Dr. Watson. Odd. There's a few discrepancies in the letter.
Well, again, I was just dictating for Jerome. It was really written with the impetus coming from his heart.
So, lymphoma is not mentioned anywhere in the letter.
Okay.
Do you have any medical records for Jerome?
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go get him.
Yeah, she's got it.
Yeah.
Right, very good. Jerome. Mm-hmm. May I speak to your mother? Shouldn't your mother be involved in this?
Don't.
Does her mother not know? Does his mother not know that? Your mother doesn't know that you have
No,
She
she
doesn't
drinks.
have a mother.
My mummy's dead.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Your father?
He's always gone with his girlfriend.
I mean, Jerome lives at the Y like all the time. He's always here because I mean, I don't think his home is a good place, you know.
This is most irregular. Normally, the Make-A-Wish application process was run through the parents or legal guardians, not through two young people at the YMCA.
But they're my friends. They're helping me.
Yes. And those medical records.
Oh yeah, let me go. I'm gonna leave again. I just before I was like, this is fascinating. And then I'm like, yeah. So I leave.
All right. And Jerome, your wish is to, and I will quote directly because no one actually speaks like this, to Scrooge McDuck into a pile of money, but not coins, because that would hurt, only dollars, specifically 1s and 20s.
I come back in with an enormous manila folder with just shit hanging out of it.
Have you ever seen DuckTales?
Woohoo!
Every day.
Yes,
And Uncle Scrooge goes diving into the vault of money. It looks really cool.
Yes, I'm familiar.
But if you dive into coins, right, you would break every bone in your body, and I don't want to do that.
No, we're not involving the parents at all.
Hey, we at the Y, we're just worried like little dude's dad's gonna blow the money.
Yeah, he drinks a lot.
He's not the greatest role model.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be clear, nowhere in the wish does it say that Jerome will keep the money.
Oh no, yeah.
It's just the diving and the swimming.
And the swimming, and maybe like a bounce house.
Yeah, I mean, just maybe for before or after or during,
Both.
whatever.
It's just for the experience.
We need to decide.
Yes.
I don't know.
Is it a yes or a no?
We're all in this one. This
Yeah,
one's hard
I
to
don't know.
pick.
All right, wait.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Ooh,
Is it-
You,
hey, chat.
the
Help
home
us out.
audience, give us, if you think this scene is going to end positively or negatively, Thomas will give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the window
We're all like,
to let us know.
nobody's watching.
Yeah, I know. There's one person, and Thomas is like. Can I have your phone number, Jerome, to contact your parent? We're going to need to let the parent know their waivers to sign.
I don't know how you're gonna do. Dad's never home.
We can send him home with Jerome when he comes in. It's gonna. Sorry, I don't get my wish. So I hand over the medical records, which are actually just a bunch of YMCA applications.
Um,
Yeah, it's got about body parts and stuff in there. Like there's a weight in there.
Wait,
This one
here's
just
a medical right.
this one just says in crayons, "Show me on the doll where the man touched you."
There's therapy involved as well.
That shouldn't have gone in there.
I
trusted Dustin. God.
I mean this in the nicest possible way. If I understood how this was a scam, possibly, I would consider this a scam.
What?
This child does not have lymphoma.
How do you know?
The little dude's dying.
Look at him. It's all weird looking.
Michou.
I'm sorry, in the best way possible.
It's true. We're sorry. But it's
The
true.
child needs a haircut and a tan, not chemotherapy.
The 10 I'll give you.
I think, unless there's anything else, the Make-A-Wish Foundation will spend its time with children that are more deserving of its attention.
Okay, what about a ride in the Batmobile?
The
believe
dude loves
we're done
Batman.
here.
Totally loves Batman.
And that'll end that scene.
Chat, why'd you have to do that? My heart, Chat, I hate you.
All right, this is
Okay.
your
so
last scene.
My scene is to yell at you about why you
Yes!
didn't get me the medical records. Damn you.
All right. And what do you want out of the scene?
To murder you instead of Puffer.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Ooh, a worthy sacrifice.
Yeah.
Let's haul him out and hang him up.
Okay. So where are we? What is-
Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the altar in the garage.
All right, so we are in the garage.
Yep.
I am like, what's the opposite of sage? I'm burning.
Chicken bones. Rolling the chicken bones.
I'm.
Those are finger bones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have like the Whole Foods chicken that I've like picked the bones out of, and I'm like rolling. Yeah, all right.
All right, so I come up and I'm just like,
That was divination.
okay, first off, divine this. How did you not get me those medical records when I asked for those medical records so that I could get my Scrooge McDuck on in a bunch of money and then you can kill Puffer?
Again, none of those words don't.
Don't you see how the plan comes together at the end?
No, I mean, sort of, but Scrooge McDuck keeps coming up a lot, and I don't understand.
Only point to this plan. That is the end game.
Look, you were.
I said, I asked for you to help me write a letter to Jerome or for Jerome to get it notarized and then sent to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and you said no, so I made Jerome do it, and I wrote it sort of for him myself with my great penmanship and spelling abilities.
It was in crayon. With
You got a handwritten letter notarized?
Well, yeah, that's what Make-A-Wish
You
Foundation.
did not go to a reputable notary.
Okay. And then when I asked you to get me some fake medical records for a kid with alopecia.
Alopecia is a hair condition. I printed out WebMD. That is a medical
Is that why
record.
it didn't work? Then why did Make-A-Wish Foundation ask me about
How did they ever see through your cunning plan that
Wait a
involved?
minute.
You know what
Hold
it was?
on,
It was
hold
the word Scrooge McDuck. That's how they saw through it.
Everybody knows how to Scrooge McDuck something.
No kin has ever wished to Scrooge McDuck. They want to go to Disneyland. They want to meet John Cena.
You know what? We have a bigger problem here because he found the piece of paper that asked, "Where on the dolly did he touch you?"
Okay, that one's on me. I thought it was funny. I thought, I mean, come on.
Okay, that's not funny. As I'm crying, I was like,
I thought, you gotta lighten it up every once in a while.
with what? Murder?
Look, you had a file that had the WebMD page for alopecia, which, to be clear, not cancer, bad hair. That's all.
Okay.
You had.
Still serious. I'm sure it's still very serious for sufferers of alopecia. I'm sure they're very
but
upset.
not Make-A-Wish serious. Make-A-Wish kids have real things.
I make a wish. I make wishes all the time. I'm so mad right now. I'm making a wish that you're dead.
Well, guess what? I can help you with your wishes. And more importantly than me helping you with your wishes, Satan can help you with your wishes. Because here's the thing. Again, you have, this scheme of yours had zero chance of working. But
I was so close.
I
He
let
was
you-
in the office. So close. I could touch it. He was reading the letter and asking tough questions, and Jerome was doing. And Jerome was doing so good, so good.
That kid just looks weird.
Well, again, that's part of the selling piece of it.
But here's the thing.
I forgot. What did I want? Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. So this is ending positively for you.
Okay.
So, all right. So, if all we have to do is kill that Nimrod puffer.
You know, I'm really upset right now. You're the one who's not helping me with my dreams and goals and wishes. Only Puffer is helping me with my dreams and goals and wishes, and I take a
What
chicken
are you
bone.
doing with Puffer?
We were a part of the scheme to get my Scrooge McDuck dream to come true, and I take a chicken bone and stab you in the gullet.
Oh!
Take that, Satan! Take it! Your gullet's actually in your neck.
Didn't know that.
Okay.
We should cut. Do you want? Yeah, actually, let's cut there. That is
Okay.
an awesome
One
place to
act
cut.
in.
Yep.
All right.
That's a great way to end the first act.
I've just been stabbed in the throat.
Yeah.
I've just learned
By
where
a
the gullet is.
by a non-Satan Satanist.
Unsanitary chicken.
All right, so here's now, we finished the first act. So now we're going to go to something called the tilt. And first, we're going to take a quick break because everyone else here except me has to pee. And we'll be back in 5 minutes and we'll run the tilt. See you in a couple minutes. welcome back. We're as shocked as you are to learn that despite today being a total fly-by-night thing that that crazy person, the Hefner, I have not gotten to say the Hefner made a donation in a while, but the Hefner, as is his want, Hefner gonna hef, as the kids say. Thank you so much, Hefner, for all of your support.
And your 500 bits, of which I'm asking Ezra if we can re-go back and get him to actually make me the letter, and instead of WebMD and his sad "touch me here, Dolly," redo that scene.
No, instead, the Hefner gets to Scrooge McDuck into all the bits that he's donated.
Completely
There
fair.
we go. I do not have enough cider in here to deal with you guys.
I have said the word Scrooge McDuck more today in 2 hours.
My question is, are we going to put in a bouncy house for him? Can he bounce in the
Yes, we
Scrooge?
are.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bouncy annex.
No, not only that, did you see, again, sorry, I'm going to sidetrack us, but the bouncy house now is a bouncy house slide that you can slide in from
yes.
and
Wait,
like launch
if he's
you
the
into.
Hefner, he needs a bouncy grotto.
Yeah, he does.
Which, by the way, insert your own joke there. So,
The tilt.
Anyway, what's happening?
All right, what is the tilt and how do we do it?
so the second half Fiasco, we've established a bunch of stuff. Now it all starts to go tragically wrong.
What?
The first step to
Or
that
tragically wrong.
is the tilt. So we each have received 2 cards. And so flip those cards over. And on each of those cards is a number.
Oh, that's a good number. That's what you
Well,
can
not
Right.
only that, it says a stupid plan executed to perfection. That is my life.
So each of these cards has an element on it. The way it's going to work is the person with the highest blue total, Tiana's got 8 blue. Both of hers are blue.
Oh.
So she's got 8.
Yeah.
And then Amy, you've got 1
A
red.
red
So
5,
you
yeah.
are the other one. So Tiana,
okay.
you have your pick of any of these cards. So let's just go around. Tom, start with you. Read out your
So,
2.
mayhem, an out-of-control rampage.
That's
Okay?
me.
And then the guilt, a showdown.
Amy, what have you got? Now we find out if Amy can read
Mine
upside down.
actually makes the most sense because the tragedy, death out of the blue.
We already did that.
Death
though.
by chicken
Till
bone.
done.
Yeah, exactly. Chicken bone done. And then the the failure would. I don't know how this is a failure. To me, this is actually a success, and these should be flipped.
I love that.
Because my failure, but actually my big success, would be a stupid plan executed to perfection, which again is the whole goal of my life.
I mean,
is to
yes.
Scrooge McDuck into a pile. Of
My
dollar
2,
bills.
mayhem, misdirected passion, and paranoia. What seemed like dumb luck isn't.
Well, and mine are failure, something precious is on fire. Guilt, somebody panics.
All right, so you've got to pick of all of those elements. So you're going to pick one of those that will show up in the second half somehow.
Okay. Do the points matter at all?
Nope.
Or is it just
You're picking what you want.
somebody panics?
All right, so our first tilt element is somebody's going to panic. And Amy, you,
I have my money on Dustin.
you have, it's going to be a very quiet panic.
And I can pick any. It doesn't have to
You
be a
can
red
pick
one.
whatever you want.
There's so many good
I mean,
choices.
something on fire is always.
There's fire, there's a rampage, there's a showdown.
Yeah.
These are all amazing choices. I almost feel like this is too easy. Like my stupid plan comes together. That's almost
Well,
too
but
sad.
it could be another stupid plan. It could be their stupid plan. It could be my stupid plan.
You had a
Do you
plan?
have a plan?
Yeah, my plan is to kill him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
That's
totally
it.
forgot.
Yeah.
Of course you forgot. Those mushrooms have really done a number on you. Drugs are bad. That's really a
The
takeaway.
Whole Foods dried mushroom.
I like your suggestion, and a stupid plan is executed to perfection because that gives us a conclusion.
Okay.
So that gives us like a
So
finite goal.
the rest of these cards just can go back where in front of you. Go back.
Alright.
They can go back in front of you. So we have guilt.
I just have
Somebody
to remember that
panics.
was mine.
And failure. Here, we'll do this.
Thank you.
And failure, a stupid plan executed to perfection. So both of these can show up in multiple different, however we want them to show up. But these are things that have to get worked into the second half. So other than that, the second half works very similarly. Let's talk a little bit about the end game. So at the end of the game, we're going to take these totals again, and you're going to figure out your red and your blue total, and you're going to subtract the smaller from the larger.
Right.
So, for instance, I had 10 red and 5 blue. My final would be red 5. And then I've got these aftermath cards over here that would tell me what red 5 means. Insert Star Wars reference there. And then that would sort of tell me how my story ends. So there is a little bit of strategy in this, but you don't know the numbers because these are totally random. So there's not, that's just the story aspect of it. All right, so it is my turn.
And I have a question. Should
Yes.
we all just go around once for the tilt?
Twice.
Twice? Okay. There's two more.
So we have two more scenes.
All right.
And in those scenes, we have to end our story. Well, I mean, we can end our story with codas afterwards, but we really want to try and wrap up loose ends. The first half, get all the loose ends out there. The second half, somebody has to shoot Chekhov's gun. Read a book, you people. So,
Or a play, as it
I mean,
were.
the question is,
No,
do I want to...
that's Ibsen.
So where do we start? Because I already know a scene that I want to do.
Well, it's
Okay.
my, because you did the last
Yeah.
scene, so it's my turn. The question is, I'm trying to decide if I want to resolve and possibly save my life, or if I want to establish, because I don't think anybody's going to my funeral. If there's not a lot of...
I would. I mean, Mom
But
would
she
make
has
me.
to go.
Yeah, exactly. Mom
Oh my
would make
God.
me.
What if you made me a zombie?
I was like, I know how to do that?
Probably
The
not.
stupid
have
plan
the book.
executed to perfection.
Yeah, you're that is good.
Zombie Ezra.
I'm going to resolve. So you
Okay.
guys establish a scene for me.
And your resolution is? You'll just decide.
I don't have to decide until the scene is established. That would be funny. It's going to end positively. Well, then the scene is you going to the bathroom. I was in a bouncy house. It was,
Do we put him in the hospital?
I think that he goes to the hospital.
Okay.
He's not immediately dead. I think he will be trying to save his own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to the ER, and then he's going to try to get help for the throat injury. And so we can
chicken in
play
the
the
throat.
nurse
did
doctor.
you take me to the ER?
Well, yeah, because I freaked out and said, Mom, I accidentally did something wrong, /good, / I don't know, hail Satan. And then I run to her and just be like, I stabbed Dustin in the throat with a chicken
Wait,
bone.
I take that back. You get to take him to the hospital, you'll get arrested, and the whole thing will come out about the cult. So maybe you're taking him to another cult.
And there's a
higher
cult
up.
doctor.
Yeah, the
Who's
cult
gonna fix the problem?
The witch doctor.
Dr. Nick.
Yep.
As our-
Yeah, where's Nick?
Hi, everybody.
So I can be
A veterinarian. Let's take him to a veterinarian.
Veterinarian.
I can be Dr.
It is a
Bob,
chicken bone.
who's high up in the cult, who's also a
Okay.
vet, and is going to help
That's how
take
it
care of
always
the
works.
problem.
All right.
Isn't that the way how it
I'm going to
the
spend most of the scene going,
Easy scene for you.
Yep.
I'm going to need water.
Well, you have your bottle.
Mom, I stabbed him with a chicken leg. Hail Satan. And so I hear wah wah wah, like take him to Dr. Bob. So I'm like,
Her parents are just like, take him to Dr. Bob.
They just do not care. This is Darwin at its finest.
we get in the we get your Trans Am.
survives a week.
We get your wait a minute, we get your Trans Am. We peel out, and I go to the vet where we bring him into the back and be like, Dr. Bob. I was doing something out of the Satan book, and I stabbed him in the throat with a chicken bone. Sorry, can you fix it?
Nurse, could you please
It's not a full moon
put
and
the cat's
whatnot.
body away in the incinerator?
If I must.
And then if you would bring me a new piece of paper for the table.
All right.
And then, Dustin. Dustin, were you trying to do some sort of ritual and then you tripped? Or is this something intentional?
No, it's my fault. I got super angry because he wouldn't help me Scrooge McDuck into a bouncy house of money, and I stabbed him with a chicken bone, and I just lost my temper, and I thought, Satan, well, he was telling me that Satan would be happy if I, killed my friend Puffer, and then I just, and all I want is to just Scrooge McDuck and some money. That's all I really want. And he wasn't going to help me.
I once had a dream like that. I can understand where you're coming from.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
What kind of painkillers you got in that cabinet?
Oh, we have the best. Very good.
You think I can get some of those?
We have horse tranquilizers. We've got bear
I just think
tranquilizers.
it's a horse, though. Well, maybe, could I take
Still, young man. My
Think I can
goodness. Hold still.
I could do something perhaps like a large dog. Perhaps a big
Yeah, let's get one of him too.
I think he's having trouble breathing. Perhaps we could insert a breathing tube.
I think that's a good idea.
I need a scalpel. I need some very strong alcohol substance. And, well, we don't have time for that. Let's go ahead and wipe that with iodine, please.
I'm going to read National Geographic.
No, the throat. The throat.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Wipe it all. A lot of iodine on that. It looks good. That's good. And then when that's done, let's go ahead and insert the somewhat sterile plastic tube into his throat. First to cut, though.
I'm going to turn this over to the chat.
I'm so
positive
glad.
or negative.
I'm going to let you decide
Keep in mind, he is the star of this scene.
if this
so
scene is going to end positively or negatively.
for him.
Yep.
Positively means I'll get painkillers.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that horse tranquilizer sound like a great idea at the moment?
So let's insert that breathing tube.
All right, hold still.
All right, Thomas is going to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah, half for 500 bits. What is it, bro?
Yeah, that's right. Only the hefter gets to vote. The rest of you deadbeats.
Oh no!
Oh, no tranquilizers. Well,
It's
you know what?
negative?
We're going to save your poor ears and our I'm going to invoke the Let's Not card.
Thank you.
And we are going to fade to black before surgery ensues. But it did not go well for me. We'll find out what that means as we progress.
Sorry, Mom.
Wow.
Hail Satan.
I really need a drink of water after that.
I'm sure.
I have a drinking problem.
Yeah, you have a hole in your lip. I
here.
want to resolve.
Oh, all right. So what do we need to establish with her? So you guys had a weird dynamic in that last scene that I'd kind of like to drill down.
And the friendship seemed to be on the up and on the mend.
Yeah.
On the mend, anyway, and like,
Yeah.
and like there was some weird, like almost flirty thing.
Yeah, there
going
was.
on.
Yeah, that's
But
what
you
I was.
also have to sell drugs now, too.
Well, yeah,
mushrooms.
but to
So
you,
there's that.
that's easy.
I don't know if I'm a
I've got-
buyer anymore.
But I've got a hookup now at Dr. Bob's. So
You're assuming he'll give those
Yeah.
to you.
See,
He
what
might
would
give
be
her a
good.
discount.
Of course, you're also a shoplifter.
Yeah, we've got the shoplifter
Maybe
thing.
something tragic happens to you and the police, and then you have to spill your
Yeah.
guts about.
oh,
What you
I have
know.
a great scene.
Well, let's
okay,
also
good.
think
Oh,
about
hang
the
on.
tilt.
But
Somebody panics.
But not only that, isn't one of your goals is to like cross the Satanist one last time?
Yes.
So what happens if you guys come to our house post chicken stabbing and just come upon the blood scene and
We
then,
find everything.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's do that.
And then
Yeah.
maybe we're the one who panics.
All right. So
Or they
I get my
panic, or the
backpack,
cops show
my
up
stuff.
and
No, yeah, like we
Yeah.
find the book and everything,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
blood, and we confront you with it. Maybe.
you gotta find me first.
All right, so
She's not responding to my texts or nothing. I mean, she's supposed to meet us here at the house.
All right.
I don't-
Well, you know where she lives. This is their house.
This is the house. I
Yeah.
mean, I've been here a couple times. I pick her up from work. I think she told me like whenever time she comes out for work, she comes through the garage.
Well, maybe they're hanging out in the garage and they can't hear us or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a dead spot.
That's cool. All right. So let's go. We'll knock on the door.
All right.
No answer.
All right.
It's open because of course they're in a hurry. They
Yeah.
rushed
Yeah,
out.
I would have just opened
So
it and
we opened it.
there's like a trail of blood.
and then tire marks.
Puffer?
Holy.
What is?
Oh wow.
Is that oil? Was it?
No,
was it
that looks like blood.
blood. What the hell is blood doing here? Did someone like get a finger cut off or something?
Oh man. Look at this book. Oh, this is some creepy bull.
Oh my god.
I think I'll read it.
Let me see.
Roll sand. Oh, sorry, wrong game.
Say
Wrong
something. We're
game.
back at Call of Cthulhu.
Oh,
Let me see.
I.
This is like some D&D shit, man.
That looks like the Monster Manual version. I never seen that version before.
This is some serious shit, man.
What is this?
Wait a minute. This is something about Thursday.
Yeah, that's a day of the week.
No shit, Sherlock. No. Dustin was trying to figure out what you were up to on Thursdays.
Because you wanted to buy the mushrooms, right?
Read what that ritual says and tell me if it involves buying stuff.
Remember, you get to decide.
This is something about like growing lots of body hair.
The other one, nitwit.
Oh. I don't know what this moon stuff says, but Thursday is definitely right here in this sentence.
Yes. And it's talking about like getting ultimate power.
This is about killing somebody.
Yeah.
They just killed somebody on the floor of this.
It's not a Thursday.
But maybe they're practicing killing people on the floor of their garage.
Maybe they're practicing. I don't know, man. This is some.
Oh man, I touched that book, and my fingerprints are on that book.
Shit.
And my fingerprints are on the door, and oh man, what are we gonna do?
Burn off our fingertips and go to Canada? I don't know.
This is some weird stuff.
All right.
Hey, should we call the police? No, we can't call the police.
It looks like
I got a whole bunch of mushrooms in my backpack.
They're not real. All you have to tell them is that you're on some sort of weird cleanse diet thing. There's so many weird freaking cleanse diets, they'll believe you.
Yeah.
Let's call the cops.
Okay.
Yeah, because they've been into weird shit for years. And this is...
Well, man, nothing bad will happen to us if we call the cops on these Satanists, right? No.
Said no one ever.
Things you don't hear every day.
All right. So I call the cops so we can.
All right. Do you want to do the cops? This is ending positively, so you get to decide when it ends. Do you want to do the cops coming now?
I think handing things over to the cops is a pretty good ending for me.
All right. Do you want? I mean, so what does it ending with the cops positively mean? Are we going to prison? Is it?
I think you guys are on the lam now. Or at least people are looking for you, even if you don't know that yet.
All right. There we go.
Because we are screwing over the Satanists one last
One
time.
last
There you go.
There we
One
go.
last time.
And
All right.
that does fulfill that need, even though I don't get money out of it.
All right. Tom, what scene do you have?
Let me see.
Or do you want to, let's see, we've got...
Oh, I know.
Yep, oopsie. Things ain't going well this afternoon.
Let's see.
Oh.
I'm porting the positives over here.
42.
A plant infection, or somebody talks.
Scrooge McDuck needs to have it.
That's an entire mood.
Which,
Panics.
there are so many candidates for a stupid plan. I like the somebody panics.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good. Who's going to...
Who's gonna panic and spill their guts?
I think that the cops arrest Shu,
Okay.
and then the cops want her to squeal on the whole cult. Or they're trying to get her to talk about what happened.
She's worried about the Make-A-Wish
Yeah,
thing, and so
exactly.
she's like fingering you on the Make-A-Wish thing.
Okay.
So let's try to think how we want to do this. We could just do good cop, bad cop,
Sure.
and interrogate her, and we'll see if she either squeals on the cult or she keeps her mouth shut and keeps
All
her.
right. So this scene, you need to be the hero of the. You're the star of this scene. So how does that involve you?
That's what involve my character, though.
I mean,
Yeah,
or-
because I was about to say, because
wait,
you can pick something else.
it
And
doesn't
then,
have to involve your character, but it has to be principally about you. So like maybe she's giving you up or something, or or something like that. But
Or the cops are just asking me, like, are you part of the cult?
right, or
Like
the
asking
scene
about you
opens
two.
with like you being in one room and her being in another room, and they're like doing the like.
So my character is in the witness room.
Okay.
And Yours in the interrogation room.
right.
Okay.
And then you guys
So
are
you're
the police.
behind-
You guys
you're
are police
behind the-
detectives, the two of you.
All right.
And you're behind the glass
And you guys
wall.
are trying to make sense of it because I'm the one that called it in, reported it. So I'm and the
Right.
other one that's a suspect.
Right.
So they'll get bounced back between the two of us.
And I'm missing or something. Who knows?
Okay. But you guys are
Probably
cops.
still having
We don't know where
patched
Dustin
up.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked to the kid who reported it,
Okay.
and he said that they found the scene as we found it, just blood there.
That was a mess.
And there's two of them. There is Dustin and Shushinda
Shushinda.
Lewis.
Okay. What kind of parents give up anyway?
Who names a kid Dustin? So we don't know where this Dustin kid is.
No. We should probably find that out from
All right,
the girl.
follow my lead.
Yeah, let's do this.
Mr. Huntberry.
Yeah, what's up?
So, Miss Lewis had some very interesting things to say about you.
Like about me?
Yes.
Like what? Like about
What do you know about Make-A-Wish, Mr. Huntberry?
Oh, they there's kids that are real sick and they've got cancer or they like losing their hair.
Cut the crap, kid.
I mean, there's this sick kid, Jerome. This kid, Jerome, like at our at the Y, and we tried to get that guy to get his wish, but
What's Jerome's full name?
It's Jerome Johnson.
Check him out.
That's my son, Diane.
Your kid's name is Jerome? Why did you do that?
Oh, you're Mr. Johnson?
I'm Detective Johnson.
Oh, we got you on the parental permission form, and I didn't realize that was you.
What parental permission form?
For when he signs up for the Y, you signed him for the Y.
Oh yeah. I'm very busy here, and since the divorce.
Oh, you mean he's got a mom?
Yes, he has a mom.
Jerome told me that like his mom was dead or in Mexico or did she go to Mexico?
Children of divorce often have a difficult relationship with their parents, and that's okay.
Is Jerome dying?
No, he's not dying. He has alopecia.
He's just a bit weird looking.
Diane! That's my son.
Does that mean
Yeah?
like he's taking like chemotherapy for the alopecia?
No, you idiot. No, it means he's taking a pill to help his hair grow. Why are we talking about my son?
Because he wants to make a wish where he's going to Scrooge McDuck into like a sweet.
That's not a
big-
verb.
Oh, it could be a verb. It's like diving into money. It'd be the sweetest thing. He was going to dive. We have a bounce house with like 1s and 20s, and he was going to swim through it like Scrooge McDuck. It was his wish. Well, actually, it was Shu's wish originally.
Sorry.
It was a sweet
how
wish.
does this connect to Shu?
Oh, it's just a sweet wish. Shu and I were talking in the break room, and she had this great idea for like the sweet wish with the Scrooge McDucking, and Jerome was sick, so we hooked him up with the wish.
Jerome is not sick.
Wait.
He's got alopecia, dude. You told me yourself.
So you were using a kid to get the Make-A-Wish thing for what she wanted?
Oh, but it was
Am I understanding this correctly?
no, it was Jerome. It was like Jerome's wish, but it was kind of Shu's wish in the first place, wasn't it?
So you guys were using his kid to get her wish.
But it was like for the best reasons, man. It was sort of like a
don't
good
have children.
thing. It was like a make a wish, man. Your kid, he's a good kid. I like him, man. He's a good kid. I give him Twix and.
You signed my son up for Make-A-Wish.
But he didn't get it. I mean, they didn't let him do it, man.
Johnson, keep a lid on it.
I need to step outside, Diane.
Yes, step
Wait,
outside.
who gives this away? I forgot. I can't even handle this anymore.
This is
gonna have
well,
to be,
we give it away.
This is gonna have to be chat though, because it's all of us.
All right, yeah, chat. You get to decide.
Does it end positively for him or negatively?
Spoiler alert: the
The negatives are bigger than the positives.
the
Yeah,
hanging judge, the chat will be.
it's gonna be negative. Somebody's going to jail for alopecia.
All right, Detective Johnson comes in. What did you do to my son?
Nothing. He's a cool kid. What are you talking about? What did I do to our son? I don't know your son. Who are you?
Jerome Johnson.
Who the hell's Jerome Johnson?
Make-A-Wish.
Oh, you mean Jerome. Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Right.
I forgot. What was the point of this?
So,
It says.
other than to get out of trouble.
so, what is a positive in the abstract? Does that mean that you're getting off here? You're not going to get in trouble?
So
Gonna be
the
focused on
abstract,
her?
yeah, Puffer is not in trouble, but I also think that Shu gets off too. There's insufficient evidence on Shu, so both of us slide.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna come in behind Detective Johnson, just like put a hand on his shoulder. You're too close to this man. You need to step out for a minute before you beat the girl up. Let's go.
I'm not going to beat the girl.
Bullshit.
All right. He goes out and.
You're too close to this man.
We got nothing on him, Diane.
We really don't. I
The
mean,
blood, we checked the blood out. It's the other kid.
no, the Dustin kid.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Nobody knows.
I bet the
Probably
girl knows.
bleeding somewhere.
The girl knows.
Well, here's what we do. We let her go. We follow her.
Good plan.
We let him go. I run him over.
I think it was her idea, not his.
But
Not gonna
also,
run over a
but
girl.
also a little
run
bit
over the girl.
Jerome's. Remember the statement. Sign that statement that said it's mostly my idea, but then Jerome's idea.
You don't run over the kid.
All right, we'll stick a pin in that one. We'll see what the chat says later.
The chat?
Yeah,
Fair enough. All right, so we let the girl go and follow her, see if we can find this Dustin kid and wherever he's bleeding out like a stuck pig.
Miss Lewis,
Yep.
I'm afraid we have no reason to keep you further. You're being
that
released
sucks.
on your own. No, we're letting you go.
Oh, okay. Because I was like looking at your candy machine. You got a sweet setup over there, man. Do you know the M&Ms look kind of loose? I bet you if you shake it a little
You're-
bit, maybe give it a kick underneath, it'll.
I'm going to encourage you to leave.
Okay.
Mr. Huntberry?
Oh, yeah, Miss Detective Jones.
Johnson.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, man.
I'm going to. Nice. I'm going to let you go. We unfortunately did not have enough evidence to hold Miss Lewis.
Wait, but somebody died in that garage. You gotta totally investigate these Satanists. They're doing satanic rituals down there.
Slow down, Law and Order. Listen, that is a crime scene, and we are investigating it.
Okay. If my fingerprints are there, it's just because I touched like that book, and that is it. I have nothing to do with these guys.
Of course, Mr. Huntberry. Please leave.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
I have missed these expressions from Ezra as GM.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
All right, it's your
Okay.
scene.
So I think I'm going to choose the outcome.
Uh-huh,
'Cause I
all
only
right.
see one. I have a goal, and I only see one of these left.
So have we not hit? I think we hit some of this with the tilt.
I think so.
I think this is
This is still out
still
there.
out there.
But I'll let you guys do the setup.
All right. So what
let's
do we
see.
need to answer? I think.
Oh.
I mean, we got the notarized letter.
Yeah.
It was kind
Obviously.
of a MacGuffin. It got it done early. What is
family bond.
unresolved with Amy that we need to see?
I think her relationship with her brother.
Yeah.
Is he alive? Is he not alive?
Yeah, I
How
kinda
does he
feel
feel
like-
about what she did to him?
Well, that sounds like a scene about me, not
Yeah.
about her.
That's true.
I mean, really, my only goal is bouncy house of cash. I mean, that is the one thrust of this entire 2 hours for me. Nothing else.
Maybe go find one of those trampoline places and bounce it off.
Bounce it off. I'm just gonna go bounce it off.
Is there anything? I mean, what else is kind of unresolved with her?
I don't know. Other than like, does Satan make me super powerful? Because I sort of stabbed my brother on an altar, not on on a Tuesday.
That is not a bad idea.
What the Dark Lord gives her something not quite unlimited power, but
right.
a little bit below
Unlimited chicken wings.
Half an hour.
Satan is a Buffalo Wild Wings? I love this idea.
Half an hour in a vault.
See,
with the swinging
Dustin, honestly, if you'd have let me run the book, everything would have been fine. We'd have unlimited Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right.
I'd have a bouncy house
All right,
of cash.
I think
Fucking
this is the
amazing.
scene. This is the scene. The scene that we're establishing is you are.
Me and Satan.
Yeah, I think that's you are.
Yes, Dark Lord.
Leaving the police office.
Okay.
And you walk through the door, and instead of going outside, you are like brought to hell, and in front of you on a throne of skulls is the Dark Lord Satan.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say the Yellow King for a minute there.
You want
Either
to
one.
be Satan?
Who's Satan? I need a Satan.
Sure.
Be Satan.
All right.
And you get to decide.
Okay.
But
There's a lot of negatives,
it is
but
Satan.
it depends on what Satan offers.
Oh, there we go.
So I think that's going to be the real decider as far as if I go positive or negative, because I'm going to be like, hey, brah, whatever. Whatevs, brah.
Whatevs. All right. Door opens. You
It's
walk
squeaky.
through.
It's squeaky. Because all doors in hell are in
Yeah, they kind of are.
I really need to put a demon on that. Miss Lewis.
Yeah. I was in the cop shop. What's up with this? I didn't know that this was like real jail.
Earth could only wish to make something this excellent.
Are you sure you're not looking for my mom?
Positive. I said Miss Lewis, not Mrs. Lewis.
Okay.
Shoe, if you prefer.
Yes, then I know it's me for sure.
Fair enough. You have had an interesting day.
I'm sorry, I can't not.
I love you. This is amazing.
Well, actually, it was kind of a shitty day. I didn't get my bounce house full of cash. Bullshit. I accidentally stabbed my brother with a chicken bone because I lost my temper. My mom's gonna be so mad at me.
That was an accident.
Well, kinda, yeah.
You spilled another human being's blood on an altar to me. I am minded to reward you for that.
Sweet.
So, but your desires sound
Twix.
simple. Twix, is that all you want?
What do you got on the table, bro?
I heard the
I like pull up my own little bone chair. What's up, bro?
Make yourself at home. You strange creature. I heard the sentence, a bouncy castle full of money.
Correct.
Is that really all you want?
Well, yeah, what else would I want? I mean, I want to be able to swim in the singles and 20s in the bouncy house. Actually, a bouncy castle. It's not just a house, it's a home, you know? And my home is my castle.
What's wrong with 5s and 10s?
I mean, 5s are kind of useless. It's sort of like the nickel.
I would strongly argue that 1s are more like the pennies, which are completely
Yeah,
useless.
but there's so many of them. You could just be like... And 20s are cool, bro. 20s are just cool.
I'm surprised you haven't aimed at 100s.
Thomas Jefferson, man.
Well, that's what I have the ones for. You just put some zeros past it, and then yeah.
We're moving past that.
Okay.
Right, so you want Twix and a bouncy castle full of money.
Castle, yes. I want to be able to live in it as a permanent establishment with money inside of it that I can bounce in and swim in and have my friends, including Jerome.
Jerome.
Yeah, the kid with leukemia/alopecia.
Oh, the weird kid.
Yeah, the one that
Yes.
everybody makes fun of, yeah. That one with the weird hair.
He'll be very useful to me in about 5 years.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, he's my bud. He was really cool. Like, we wrote this sick letter to the Make-A-Wish Foundation about trying to get me a bouncy house, because he also wants to bouncy house with me, which is totally fucking cool. Yeah, so, I mean, he's just a total cool kid. You know what I mean? He doesn't, he just kind of hangs out. We read sometimes. Sometimes we read, The Hobbit. Sometimes we just, I don't know, just hang out, whatever. Cool kid. Chicken wings. I want some chicken wings, too.
I'm going to make you an offer, Miss Lewis.
Okay.
Trademark.
I borrow way more from Ezra than I will ever admit. You will have your bouncy castle full of money and the ability to bring Jerome into play if he so chooses. And Twix, you want a bar?
Unlimited supply. So I want the snack machine at work. Wait, the list isn't done yet. Hold on. There's more. So I
The more
want
you ask for, the more you will have to give. Keep
Well,
that in
hang
mind.
on. I'm not done yet. My needs are simple. I want this.
That is definitely a word.
I want the snack machine at work that every time I jiggle it, Twix comes out. And for my friend Puffer, too. Every time we jiggle it, we get a Twix. Don't care how it has to be always full of Twix every time Twix comes out. Then I also want to make sure that my brother Dustin still lives, because my mother's really mad at me for stabbing him with a chicken bone. And it wasn't on Thursday, so I totally screwed that up. So I'm totally sorry about that. I'm sorry. Oopsie. I think that's it. And chicken wings.
And chicken wings.
Because I kind of want to torment my brother with the chicken wings a little bit, but that's never mind.
That is appropriately sadistic. I like it. I've had brothers.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys, but I so want my dumb plan to happen. I so want it. Will you give me my chicken wings, my brother, my bouncy house full of cash, Twix for me and Puffer? What else was on that list?
1s and 20s.
Ones and 20s.
Yeah, some very specific.
And a bouncy house castle. Somebody needs to write all this down for me eventually.
A contract.
Yeah, a contract, if
A
you will.
contract,
Yeah.
as it were, yes. All of that Well, that simple blood sacrifice won't be enough to quite cover all of that. But if you continue on the path as you have been, you'll continue doing
The path of stupid, yeah. It's guaranteed, sir.
small inconveniences add up to large things, as a demon of mine has pointed out. So continue as you have been, and you'll have what you want.
All right, and I go in for a shake, and then I do this. Check you later, bro.
Shake or it doesn't happen.
Oh, fine.
Where do you want your castle?
Backyard. Duh. I'm still gonna live with my parents.
It's done.
Our
Okay.
backyard is now like the Disneyland castle, inflatable. All right, so
Oh God, that's the best thing that could ever happen to me in real life and in game life.
so
I had to make the Good Omens reference because, yes, Crowley.
so here's the good news: you got your bouncy castle. Here's the bad news:
It's
There are
only
only
bad things.
negatives
there are
left.
only negative outcomes left.
There you go, sir.
to be fair,
gosh.
though, I have 3 positives, so I am...
There you go. I'm leaning more towards the negative. Gosh, I guess I don't need to resolve. I think. Okay, what is still? I mean,
I asked Satan to not kill you.
right,
Not let you
right.
die.
I think that needs
And
to
honestly,
come back.
the stupid plan has been
think we're
enacted to
covered.
perfection.
Yeah.
We have hit all of the big tilt things.
But negative, you could be zombie Ezra, or you
Well,
could be
that's what
zombie
I'm
Dustin
wondering. Like,
Lewis,
what
yeah.
me coming? Because make a deal. There's a reason. Make a deal with the devil is a thing.
never
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking either.
Oh, you're like Lady Stoneheart. Your throat is still like
see,
gashed
that's
over.
what I'm wondering. I was thinking either I'm zombie Dustin, or I'm like, I'm like just a killer. And like now
Your
I
pet
just
cemetery
now
Dustin.
I need blood.
Oh yeah, we keep you locked up in the backyard in the bouncy
the
castle. Totally works. Totally works.
I hate this place.
just make sure that Jerome's in a different room.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. I like that idea. I guess I'm going to establish a scene where one of you two, I'm just going to like terrorize an attack. Because I've been driven insane by dying and coming back, and
And me feeding you chicken wings nonstop. It's getting annoying.
only eating chicken
Yeah.
wings, and they keep popping out the throat hole. It's a whole thing. Gosh, which one?
I'm going to suggest me because you haven't seen him in a long time,
Yeah.
and you saw me in the Rite Aid, so I'm your point of connection.
I like it. Yeah. I like
Story-wise, it makes the most sense. Do I like the idea of having to fake screams? Not particularly.
You got to
but
play Satan. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
that was fun.
Yeah. All right. So yes, that is the established scene. Is that?
But it has to end negatively for you.
Well, as most of them have.
Poor Ezra.
But I got a bouncy house of cats.
Actually, it just occurred to me this is my final scene, so this needs to sort of be a coda on my story.
I'm totally going to beat you to death with something.
See, yeah, you're my connection, so I should do it with you. Okay, it's like a night, and the camera sort of pans down to like this shambling Dustin, who wears like a big scarf.
Fancy.
Luckily, it's wintertime.
Fancy.
It's Christmas.
We didn't really get into that whole
No.
part of it. And he's sort of shambling down the road, and all of a sudden he goes, Demi Lovato's essence. And you like, it gets cold, like you're like walking home or something, and maybe did you guys never did the? Maybe you're like going to like something with the drug deal.
Or you could go into Puffer's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like Puffer's expecting you to come over. Maybe like the friendship will be it's on the up. It's
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's play video games together
That's it.
again.
So actually, here's what happens. I'm actually staring in Puffer's window, like just like, and then Demi Lovato's essence.
and she's like walking up the
Yeah,
lawn.
yeah. You!
What happened to you?
I was stabbed in the throat by my sister!
I'm so fucking sorry, dude. That's awful.
You did this!
How did I do this?
You caused all of this!
How? How is that logical?
Him? Nah! You shouldn't have stolen the cologne!
Honey. Honey.
My name is Dustin.
Dustin, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you.
I should have died.
Maybe. That looks really awful.
It's only Satan that keeps me alive now.
That sounds really awful.
It's not so bad.
Really?
I'm tired of the chicken wings.
Do you want something else to eat?
Maybe
What do you want?
a salad?
Yeah, we can do that.
Huh.
Yeah, no problem. That's easy.
But not here.
Okay. You want to come back to mine? I can make you a salad.
I still want to kill you
All right.
and my sister.
Well, okay. Your sister is the one who actually did this to you. And that book was
She
kind
made
of
a
scary.
deal with Satan.
Fuck, what sort of deal?
Chicken wing. Have you seen our backyard?
No, I don't go to your house.
There's a bouncy castle in our backyard. She's in there in a bathing suit in January, bouncing in money. But she never takes any of the money.
Dustin, I mean this in the kindest way possible.
And the set third Thursday is past.
Yeah.
I didn't kill Puffer.
Oh my god, you were serious about that. Okay. I mean this in the kindest way possible. Your sister is kind of screwed up.
That's fair.
Let's get you a salad, dude.
All right, so the negative in for him is he's not killing anyone.
But he will have a vegetable.
He's made a friend.
Aww.
All right.
Now you have zombie Dustin following you around.
Right? I don't know where to go from that.
What do you think is your final scene? What do you have sort of loose end wise? I think this, whatever your relationship is, I think is a loose end.
And it's gonna end negatively.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, so I think I get him set up with a salad and send him back to the Lewis house.
Oh, it's to go?
I don't want to get kicked out of my itty bitty not quite apartment.
You know how hard it is to eat a salad in a bouncy castle?
But can't you be eating the normal house?
Mom doesn't let me in.
Can you sit in the garage? What about the garage?
I don't like the garage.
Fair.
It's where most of my throat is.
You know what? Screw it. You can hang out in my room and eat. Just,
Thanks. What's your Netflix password?
it's already signed in on the PlayStation, dude. Just,
All right.
don't screw up my watch list too much.
Yeah.
All right, you good? All right, I'll be back. And I'm gonna head back over to Puffer's.
All right.
Knock, knock, knock.
Come in. Like, where you been, Dawn?
Sorry, it took forever. It's been a weird day.
All right. Well, like I started playing without you. I'm like level 7 already. So do you have to make a new character? I mean,
What cheat codes have you been using to be level 7 already?
I'm good.
You're not that good. You
I'm
cheater
totally
McCheater
good.
face.
I was only playing for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or
Cheater McCheater face.
I played last night, but just so I could make the character. I had to like customize. I had to get the right clothes and I had to shape, the shape the face. So, whatever. Where you been? It's like 11:30.
Look, I'm sorry. That Lewis guy, Dustin, was around. Things got a bit
Right.
weird. It's been weird. Give me a beer or something.
Isn't that the dude with was a Satanist who like got stabbed in the throat and died in his own garage?
Beer first, then I explain.
Yeah, sure. I got some beers over here. So, all right, Dustin.
Yes, Dustin.
Dude, stabbed in throat.
Yep.
Garage.
has a great big nasty gash in his throat, survived it somehow.
Satan.
I don't ask those sorts of questions.
Where is he?
He's in my room.
Oh, that's There's another dude in your room.
What's up with him in your room? Are you guys like a thing now? You and Dustin? Is he staying staying in bed?
First off, my room is literally the width of a twin bed. So yes, he's probably sitting on my bed watching my Netflix. 2, I'm here, not there. So, I mean, I came to play video games with you, fuckhead.
What, are you gonna crash here?
Yeah?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Except, well, actually, maybe that's the negative ending.
Maybe
So, hey, I was thinking, you know Dustin's sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Shoo.
Sure.
Shoe.
Yeah, I was like, here's my name.
yeah. You know, she's got like a bounce house full of money. Right?
Go on.
We never got to sell them the weed. I mean, the mushrooms.
Mushrooms, yeah.
So, we were planning on selling them the mushrooms. Mm-hmm. And you never got your money.
Yep.
So I was thinking, we should just go like, take the money.
Go like grab a handful of cash.
Yeah, it's a bounce house full of money.
Pop the castle.
I mean, like, it's plastic. You know, we can like cut the wall
cut a
open,
hole, yeah.
and like money will come flying out with all the air leaking. It's like it'll be like one of those game shows where like money flies everywhere. You just stuff it down your shirt.
Dude, let's do it.
That would be so
Let's
intense.
go freaking do it.
Like,
Can I
let's go
play
right
Satan
now.
this
Let's go right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure how that ended negatively for me, but we'll roll with
Well,
it.
something tells me
This is about
getting
to
in a
end.
relationship
Yeah.
with Puffer is not.
So
Fair.
my scene, he's
Popping
gonna
Satan's bounce
he's gonna
house is
double cross
bad news.
Shoe
Yeah.
to steal her money. We're gonna sneak in together in the backyard and try to damage the bounce house, get the money, and run.
All right.
And it'll go negatively.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
All right.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Gee,
That over there.
can't imagine.
So your whole
gonna
point of this scene is wee.
I know.
So it's like midnight.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta take a time out and go poop in my bounce bathroom.
That's like a terrible idea.
She's still in the bounce house.
Well, yeah, wouldn't
It's 12:30 at night.
Wouldn't you if you had a bounce house full
I'd be
of money?
playing games on my PlayStation. What the hell?
Have you ever been at a bounce house?
Yeah, but I give her like 40 minutes. I get tired.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's why you're not the lifeguard.
So what are we gonna do? How do we get out of their house?
Out of their house?
How do we get her like out of her house?
Well, it's enormous. Just listen for the sounds of the bouncing and come around the other side.
Okay, all right. Here.
She's in the East Wing.
He's so, my bounce castle.
This is what are those cutter things? Those plastic. What are those called? Box
Exact
cutters.
Yeah,
Box cutter for you. Box cutter for me.
Thank you.
All right. So we sneak over to some place we think is unoccupied.
Yeah.
Cut it open, and then just air
As soon
and
as
money.
you,
Yeah.
as soon as you
Yeah.
cut it open, a face appears in the bounce castle. Why do you assault Satan's bounce castle?
And then I just bounce over and be like, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Satan? He got me this castle. Look at this shit. This is amazing. You know what you should do? Read this book, because you know what this book can do for you?
She holds up the bloody
of
Necronomicon.
this. All of this.
It's
Woo!
true.
And then I just bounce off.
All right.
So Hell deals in stupid now.
Man. All right. So
Me and Jerome are actually bouncing
so
together
Puffer.
He's like 10.
Jerome's in there?
Yeah.
At midnight? All right, so Puffer considers Jerome is there. He's having a good time. His friend Shu is there.
Yeah.
She's doing great. Life is great.
Life is great. I got Twix and Bounce
My
House.
friend is here.
Dude, if we ask nicely, maybe she'll let us take some of it?
If you ask me nicely, I'll let you enter.
All right, I will close down the box cutter, put it in my pocket. So, red dude?
I prefer Satan, the fallen angel.
The unclean. What are your other
I don't
names?
like that one as much.
Sorry.
That's pejorative and judgy. I shower.
Can we, like, have some money?
You can have anything you want
All right.
for just a small cost.
I got these mushrooms. I don't believe in Satan anyway. Let's just go in the bounce house.
If you don't believe in me, then all it will cost is your immortal soul, which you probably don't believe in anyway.
I guess.
All of a sudden, like a scroll appears in front of you and like a quill.
Whoa.
Just sign your name, and you can have everything in this bouncy castle.
Oh, man.
Everything.
All right, so...
All the 1s and 20s you can handle.
If you look on the second floor east bedroom, there's a vending machine that only has Twix in it.
Oh, man.
And when the house shakes, a Twix falls out.
Is this a good idea?
In the kitchen, a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Dawn is like leaning forward and reading all of the little sub-clauses of the contract.
In the bathroom? Well, let's not discuss the bathroom.
So Puffer looks over to Shu to get an idea. It's a good idea.
It's
she's
amazing.
She was just like,
Chocolate like all over my
Jerome is
face.
having the best time of his life, and then Dawn is just...
Like standing with a
Reading.
box
Dawn is
cutter.
reading the contract.
With a box cutter all angrily.
Is this a good idea, Dawn? What do I do?
I think it's a terrible idea.
That's when he signs.
But come on, souls. That's whatever, man. Give me some Twix, dude.
Yeah, welcome to
Enter.
the bounce house.
I jump in the bounce house.
Have fun, man.
Darius Puffer Huntberry.
Yeah.
Entree.
Have fun, dude. Bye.
So I don't know how this could go wrong. I really can't even figure it out because everything is perfect.
I think, like, let's figure out something with, maybe you can't leave the bouncy castle, which is
Possibly.
fine for you, but like,
Or somehow
and Jerome is trapped there as well.
could be. I'm
So,
also.
oh,
The cops are outside.
yeah, like Detective Johnson is just like staring in the bouncy castle.
Yeah, or the only place nobody can see me is the bouncy castle, and I'm wanted by the police.
Or no one can come into the bouncy castle.
Yeah.
Unless
Except
they-
Unless you accept,
Yeah.
our Lord and Savior Satan, which actually would kind of suck because then my brother'd have to be there too. I mean, that
Well, he's already
honestly,
there.
for me, would be the most negative of this is the fact that now I'm like my brother's keeper.
Oh, that's good.
Because
Yeah.
that's the opposite.
Yeah.
Where my brother's always like, you need to do this, you need
Right.
to do this. Now I'll be like, my mom's like, oh, you're stuck with him because Satan said so. I'll be like, fine, whatever.
I like it. Yeah. All right. So
So my mom tells me I have to go to your house and go pick
that's
up
the
my
scene.
brother.
I'm sitting at her house watching Netflix, and you like.
I have to make you come
I
home.
love it.
All right.
Let's do it. So
Okay.
yeah, I make it to my house like 10 minutes before you do.
Okay. So,
I haven't seen this Friends before.
Really? How did you miss it?
Dustin, you got to come home.
It's your sister, isn't it?
What? So I just opened the door because I give no Fs. So I just walk in your
Clearly.
little house and I'm just like, and then I was like, oh, okay. I like run right into the bed. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Hi, Shu.
Hey. So Dustin, you got to come home. Mom said, Satan said, I mean, you have to come
Satan
home.
asked after me.
Well, not really. I mean,
Did he
Mom
mention
said, no, I mean, no, but Mom said that Satan would be mad if I didn't bring you home because she'd be mad at me because I have to take care of you. So now, and like your thing is bleeding and it's kind of gross and we should change your bandage. And yeah, she said you just have to come home, so let's go. Don't look at me like that. Dinner's ready. Let's go.
We're gonna live forever. And I am going to be with you every second.
Oh, goody.
You should probably feed him a salad every now and again. He likes
Okay.
those more than those nasty ass chicken wings that you have.
I'm not gonna follow you into the bathroom. Because a bouncy bathroom is a terrible idea.
That's fine. Dawn, do you have any scarves?
Yeah, got a few.
Okay, cool. Can I borrow some?
I like reach up over the bed and and pull down a small rack. Just hand over like 6
Okay.
scarves.
And then I just sort of trot out after you, just carrying your scarves sadly behind you.
And so, yeah, you're in your dream,
Yeah.
the bouncy castle of like your, and he
I
and
still-
Jerome
yeah,
are off
are
like having a
bouncing,
great
yeah.
time.
This is a dream of mine too. This is great.
and they're off having a great time, and like you're
And
like
I still sort of bounce when
every
I walk.
room that I'm in doesn't bounce as much,
Yeah.
and gets like a little gray and sad, and like
I just sit in the.
I
middle
get
of the-
blood all over the money, and yes, you have everything you want, and none of it can. Oh, that's a
I'm
tragedy.
just gonna curl up in your scarves and cry in the corner.
Dawn got the only good ending
Yeah.
here.
So, actually, now we're going to get to the final part of it, which is take a look at the cards you got, and again, add up your total. So I'll do mine first as an example. So I have red 3 because my blue 3 and my red 3 cancel.
Okay.
So I have red 3. So each one of these has a card to it, and so I'm going to take the red 3 card. Tiana, what do you have?
Blue 8.
Blue 8. There you go. Tom?
I have blue 1.
Blue 1.
That's kind of a mild happiness.
Okay, there you go.
Let's see.
I have a red 5.
Red 5. It's not going to go well for either of us. All right, so
as
now
already.
here's how the aftermath works. Each aftermath card has a little coda about it. So I'll just read mine. Disastrous. My situation can be summed up by the worst word harsh. I have problems now that I didn't have before, hanging over me like evil black clouds. Medical problems? Personal problems? Nothing I needed is coming my way, ever. And so my little coda scene is just it's the same scene you just had, but from my perspective of like, I hate everything about this bouncy castle, but I can never leave because I have to be around you at all times. That was part of the deal. And so I can never be like 10 feet away from you.
Got
and
it.
so my coda scene is like, it's
Sitting
almost
outside
like
my bathroom.
It's like a pantomime.
Sitting outside my
You hate
bathroom.
to work blue. It's like a pantomime. There's like a wall. I keep trying to like run away from you or move away from you, and I just can't go more than 10 feet. So what is yours?
Mine is wretched, apparently. Things have been better. I've been ground down and brought low, but at least I've learned a lesson about human greed and frailty.
Yeah.
This lesson will serve me well in prison, which seems like a logical next step in my career. So I think my coda scene is like I'm sitting on my tiny ass little bed, flipping through Netflix, and I'm like, Breaking Bad.
You find the bag of mushrooms. Or something.
I find the bag of mushrooms, I look at it and go, selling drugs wasn't the worst idea.
Tom?
So my aftermath is just terrible. I have a strong feeling I'm dead right now. It probably feels like it.
Just a little bit.
But which feels like it's the right thing to be. So my stupid, ugly failure has no doubt dragged people I care about into my idiotic wake, and they're probably dead too. I should probably be ashamed, but I bet I'm not because I'm dumb.
Well, there you go.
Cheers.
And so what
Cheers to Puffer.
So Puffer, he gets tired of bouncing after 40 minutes. Yeah, that's about all he can bounce. And he goes over, he sits down and kind of goes over and like, he can't get out. And then Jerome is still bouncing, and you're super happy and just super like weirdly
Got scarves.
happy. This is the greatest thing. And my guy realizes, you know what? This was a good idea, I guess, but this really wasn't my dream.
There's no Xbox here.
And I can't get out, and I don't know what happened to my friend. And I was so looking forward to spending some time with my friend. And that relationship was starting, and I've lost that, and now I'm stuck with this sick kid. And his dad's outside here, and all the police cars are all here. And
circled the bouncy.
and they want to get Jerome, and I'm, we're stuck, we're trapped.
Come out of the bouncy council.
And so
We can't.
So Puffer is stuck, trapped, confused, lost, and doesn't know what he's gonna do.
Did Jerome sell his soul?
I mean, he must have in order to
Jerome's
get
just
in.
like, what's a soul?
I'm dying of alopecia anyway.
That's the subtitle of this episode. I'm dying of alopecia anyway.
Oh, and hey, the snack machine's made a reappearance.
Oh, God.
Amy, what is your tilt? What's your finale?
Aftermath, red 5. Desperate? Well, I've been whipped like a rented mule for starters, and I will remember this episode for all of my diminished days, which is apparently forever. The lesson has been as profound as it has been painful. Nothing is ever going to be good again. So here's an interesting tilt: is that what's your name again? John Johnson or whatever?
Dustin.
No, Johnson.
The detective?
Yeah, Detective
Jerome
Johnson.
Johnson.
Jerome Johnson.
Detective Johnson.
So he's been trying to talk to me and being like, my son, get my son out, et cetera, et cetera. And we start to like bond over these sort of like plastic window conversations that we have. And what I really like wanted to do was just like, you know what I mean? Just be a cop. And now I'm stuck in this bounce house. And now I'm in like some weird time warp that I can't explain, much less get out of, much less free Jerome. Because sometimes Jerome wants to see his dad, and his dad wants to see him, and I feel really bad. And I think it would be kind of cool to like join the force and like solve bounce house mysteries about how to like time dimension. I want to be a time cop basically, and time dimension in and out of the bounce house.
Shashinda Lewis, bounce house cop.
And I think I just miss my calling just in general, and so you just see me sort of like doing this as like the like Jerome and I are like not Jerome.
Boy in the bubble.
Detective Johnson.
Yeah, Detective Johnson and I are like, I'm sorry, man.
I just want my son.
Yeah.
That is our story. So that is a fiasco.
Yeah, it was completely.
And it's on Kickstarter now. Again, our friends at Bully Pulpit Games, thank you very much for the print and play version that we got to play. The Kickstarter has different play sets, so you'll get different versions of these cards. And it is, to me, I mean, you've played before, you've never played.
Nope.
I'm interested, I've played it a lot. I think it is a near perfect one-shot RPG experience.
Yeah, in 2 hours.
Yeah, this is Fiasco is made for like a gaming convention or say streaming. It's just so good at what it does, and this version has the advantage of just you get right into it.
Yeah.
There's no setup or anything like that.
No
So this is the first time you played. What'd you think?
I really liked it. Figuring out what all the relationship stuff was and what the cards did, that took a minute. But once that all got settled out, it was like, all right, let's play. And this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So you two have played before. Amy, what'd you think?
I feel like this was also easier than the other time that I played because I feel like it was just very simple. It's the fact that like we're slackers at work, which means that I'm generally an idiot, and that my only goal is to get a big pile of cash. So how do I make this as dumb as possible? And that was a very understandable one where when we were doing the book before, I felt like I was writing a lot of things down. I felt like there was a lot more like actual involvement that like required. Yeah, it was just more complex than it was. There was a lot more. If it had pieces, it would be fiddly bits that you had to play with. Where this is like, here's a thing and here's a thing. Go do your thing.
Yeah, it pares everything down, kind of just the elemental.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, that's one of the strengths of this because it's. If you're going to do an all-narrative game, you don't want to have like navel-gazing scenes that go on, unless that's the game you want to play.
Yeah,
totally
and I think
cool.
the other one had like a lot more multiple versions of the relationships that you had. Like I felt like there were a lot more cross-relationships happening and a lot more things that I was writing about our relationships and stuff like that. And I was like, this is just much simpler and easier to get into.
Tom, this is your first time playing this version. What'd you think?
That's right. Well, this is a brand new version.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. The original, it really depends on the group at the table. Sometimes you have a really, really creative group and everyone just starts brainstorming like crazy and you create these really fun characters and the story writes itself. But if you have a lot of strangers that you haven't met before, a brand new group getting together, this is great for kickstarting imagination, getting built-in character hooks and whatnot. Yeah, so
nice.
This is great for like a quick pickup, strangers, conventions or whatnot. And I'm kind of looking forward to all the different card sets they have.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not that hard. It won't be that hard to make your own as well. Still, because I mean, one of the beauties of the first edition of Fiasco is that people just went crazy making play sets. There were play sets for anything you could imagine, and that'll still be the case with this version. It's just now you're going to be making cards instead of making little charts and tables and stuff. So, in the interest of full disclosure, I backed this on Kickstarter the very first day. I love Fiasco. It's one of, I think, my favorite RPGs. It was really fun to get a chance to share it with you guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Please, mainly now for YouTube, Switch. First of all, thank you guys so much for hanging with us and for trying something new. Super cool. I said Switch when I meant Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about video games.
and thanks for weighing in on some of these decisions.
That's right. Yeah.
We did need some
Most
help
of this
with
is your
these.
fault.
And a little bit of mine.
Yeah.
But it seems like we should have been aiming for more of the red ones because I was reading a couple of the red ones and the aftermath for Red 12 is amazing. They're things that I wanted, and now I have them.
The scope of the way it works is that the closer you are to 0, the worse your
that's right.
the worse
The
your
extremes.
outcome is. So like the worst place to be is kind of where I am, having 2 positives, 2 negatives, that sort of thing. You want to be really strong one way or the other. And really, the aftermath is just to sort of put that final touch on it. And you can fudge that as much as you want, because I mean nobody's going to come out of this well. Like there's no happy endings in Fiasco, and that's a beautiful thing.
That's an amazing ending, man. It just seems backward to me.
Hard to get.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's by design. So you'll notice if all your scenes are negative during the game, you're going to have your final thing is going to be better. So you sort
That's
of.
a really interesting way to play the game.
Yeah. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe. This is, support indie RPGs. It's awesome to see things that aren't D&D or even Call of Cthulhu being played on these streams. These are small game companies. Check out all of these. Check out everything Bully Pulpit does. Their games are awesome. They've done some really cool narrative stuff. We might even play a few more on the stream, although for a few of them we'd probably have to put up a adult content warning.
We already have that all of the time, just with us.
I mean, to be fair.
Yeah. So I think that's going to do it for our Fiasco for tonight. Thanks, everybody, and
Next week's Fiasco.
next week is that's all.
That one in Chaos Agents, yep.
Yeah, that's all Bo and Thomas's fault. But it might be my fault again soon.
We're really looking forward to that.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.